Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Brookhaven Academy in Williams-Gillis Ballpark. Beck Warren here alongside the coach, Alan Kent. I guess we can now call you retired coach. 16 years with the Coley and Lady Wolf softball team. Illustrious career set alongside me tonight to bring you baseball action. The Brookhaven Academy Cougars will be taking on the Newton County Academy Generals. And Alan, right before first pitch here, they're introducing the players, but real quickly, you know, Coach Barvin really front-loaded his schedule this year and played a lot of tough teams early. Simpson Academy, Parkland Academy, Madison Ridgeland Academy, Centerville Academy, Silliman Academy. All of those teams will be playoff teams this year. Now he stepped into district play earlier this week, got a win over Newton Academy. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But just tell me kind of how the dynamic changes. Once you get in conference play, all games count, but these count a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And, you know, it was really good that he did play a tough schedule before conference play started. That really helps prepare you kids. And, you know, it shows them tougher competition. And, you know, it's not just getting some wins and getting some lighter weight opponents before conference play starts. There's a fine balance there, but it's always good to really load up and play a tough pre-conference schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the teams have been announced, and we'll catch those lineups just shortly. But right now, we're going to throw it to the public address announcer, Dr. Ed Moak, with the opening invocation to be followed by the national anthem. So at this point, we're going to throw it to Dr. Ed.
Now, friends, let us join in prayer. Dear Lord, what a glorious day which you blessed us. What a wonderful example of new growth and new birth. And of course, with spring is the advent of Easter, and another form of new birth that we all enjoy as Christians through the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That we are forgiven of our sins, we are absolved of our imperfection when we reach heaven, and that we are commanded while we live on this earth to bring others to you, dear Lord. And what a wonderful mission, what an important mission that is for schools such as Newton County Academy and Brookhaven Academy, that we teach, that we coach, that we instruct young men and women to be aspirational, to be transformative, to be bold with the gifts and the empowerment with which you have blessed all of us as saved souls. Let us not be afraid to turn over tables in the temples of iniquity and sin and wrongdoing that face and confront us, not just in Decatur and Newton and Brookhaven and surrounding areas, but in the world into which we thrust these young men and women after they finish high school and after they finish college, as they move into their careers, that the lessons they learn through Scripture and through godly men and women who teach and coach them will be pervasive decades from now, long after we forget the outcomes of these sporting events, that those lessons will endure. Protect these athletes, give them a spirit of sportsmanship and competition and a quest to feel your joy as they compete. Give us traveling safety as we return home this evening. And again, we praise you for the gift of salvation through a living Christ, as we pray these things in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
That was our public address announcer, Dr. Ed Moak, with the invocation, as only he can do it here at Brookhaven Academy. Got the Cougars have taken the field. The Generals are loading up the bats, and we're just a few moments away from first pitch. Let's set the lineups for both teams. First, for the Newton County Academy Generals, they'll lead off with the second baseman, Braxton Thomas, the third baseman, Hayes West, the big first baseman, Kemp Alderman. He is an Ole Miss commit and actually committed in the 9th grade. He is a fantastic baseball player. The pitcher will be Hayden West, shortstop, Alec Thompson, the catcher, Harper Reese, right fielder, Hayden Wall, center fielder, Dalton Sibley, and the left fielder, Lincoln Jordan. Let's set the defense for the Brookhaven Academy Cougars. On the mound today, the freshman, Caston Thompson, catching Nick Ogden, third base, Colin Waldrop, shortstop, Dawson Flowers, second base, Cade Brown, first base, Tanner Watts, out in left field, Judson Griffin, the 8th grader, center field, Harrison Brownlee, and in right field, the senior Keegan Smith. And, coaches, we were talking about before the invocation and national anthem, things just get a little bit more important once you jump into district. And the Cougars went over to Newton on Tuesday night, and it was a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Cougars through the 3rd inning. But they put some strings together, strung some runs together, and ended up with a 15-3 win over the Generals from Newton County Academy. Anytime you can go on the road and pick up a win, that's a big one.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Especially in conference play, and that should give us some confidence here, playing back home on our home turf here, home field, and but at the same time, you don't want to get overconfident just because of what happened last week.
Certainly don't want to overlook a team like Newton County. Tanner Watts pitched 5 good innings for the Cougars on Tuesday night, had 9 strikeouts, gave up only 3 hits and 2 earned runs. Dawson Flowers came in and pitched 2 innings of relief, striking out 5 batters. Flowers also led the Cougars 3 for 4 batting. Thompson, the pitcher tonight, had 2 hits. Nick Ogden, 2 hits. Harrison Brownlee, 2 hits. Cade Brown, 2 hits. And Brady Spring and Tanner Watts had 1 hit apiece on Tuesday night. We're about ready for first pitch. Caston Thompson on the mound for the Cougars. Stepping in for the Generals, the second baseman, number 17, Braxton Thomas.
At 6:32 p.m.
Thompson, the left-hander, again, he is a 9th grader. Stands in at about 6'2", 6'3", throws hard, good breaking stuff, good off-speed stuff, all around, solid pitcher. Takes aim, first pitch on the way, called strike 1.
Always like to get that first pitch strike.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's get ahead. Get ahead of your batters. Don't work from behind. Thompson gets his signal from Ogden. Looks in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Strike 2. 0-2.
0-2 count. Thompson out in front of Thomas, the second baseman for the Generals. Cougars straightaway flag is laying limp in center field. No wind at all. About 69 degrees here at first pitch. Fouled, hard hit ball down the left field line. That'll go to the corner.
The count remains 0-2.
Yep. Like he tried to get him to chase a little breaking ball, and he kind of rolled over on it a little bit right there.
Yeah, a little bit out on his front foot on that one. Thompson ahead on the batter, 0-2 count. No outs just underway here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark. Thompson gets a signal from Ogden. Pitch on the way. Went with the curveball a little high and outside. It's going to go 1-2 on Braxton Thomas, the second baseman for Newton County Academy. Beautiful night for baseball, Coach. I don't think you can ask for much better than this.
It is. It's really pretty out here. Finally drying out a little bit and getting to see some sunshine.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Thompson gets the strikeout. Ogden went to throw it around. I think it may have went off the top of the helmet of Thomas and sailed out to the shortstop, Dawson Flowers.
I think it actually hit his bat.
Hit his bat, Maybelline. Nonetheless, strikeout by Thompson. 1 away for the Cougars. That can bring up the third baseman, Hayes West.
Good start right there.
Hit West, bats from the right side. Thompson takes aim. Hard hit ball right at Cade Brown at second base. Makes the play, throws across the diamond. Scooped out of the dirt by Tanner Watts. Good play over at first base by Watts.
Love to see the catcher hustling down the line, trailing that throw.
Absolutely. Nick Ogden working hard in case there is an overthrow. Brown had to go toward the second base bag, backhand that one, plant, step, and throw. Got it over in time. 2 down for the Cougars. We'll score that one 4-3. Now the big hitter for Newton County and Kemp Alderman, as we said, an Ole Miss commit when he was a 9th grader, steps in. Breaking pitch. Backdoor breaking pitch right there, called strike 1 on Alderman.
He looks like a man amongst boys out there.
He's been that big for about 4 years, so he can definitely swing it. Cougars playing straight away on defense. Second pitch on the way in the dirt, 1-1. Alderman actually hit a ball on Tuesday night that hit the Cougar third baseman Brady Spring on the hand and had to get some x-rays and still evaluating. So Spring is not in the lineup tonight, but just tells you the power that Alderman brings to the plate. Thompson takes aim, pitch on the way, hard hit ball straight at Cade Brown, line drive. 1-2-3 inning for the Cougars. So after a half inning of play, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base, no score going into the bottom half of the first inning. We're going to throw it back to the studio for 1 minute down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Basketball. Check that, BA Baseball. I'm used to that basketball. BA Baseball here on B92.
Behind the plate catching. And for Brookhaven Academy.
Located on Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Our selection is top of the line, and with over 10 available lenders, your credit approval will be fast, easy, and guaranteed. No credit applications refused. So grab your tax refund, go to autodirectms.com or Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Dwayne Allred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at newyorklife.com.
Back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. Half inning of play in the books. 3 up, 3 down for the Cougars. Let's set the batting lineup for BA. Leading off, the 8th grader left fielder Judson Griffin. At shortstop, Dawson Flowers. Tanner Watts, the first baseman, will bat third. Caston Thompson will bat fourth. Nick Ogden, the catcher, fifth. Cade Brown, the second baseman, will bat sixth. Harrison Brownlee in center field. Colin Waldrop and Keegan Smith wrapping it up for the Cougars. On the mound for Newton County Academy, Hayden West, right-hander. Looks like in his warm-up pitches, Coach, a lot of breaking stuff, a lot of off-speed stuff, so didn't look to be overpowering. Reese will be behind the plate for the Generals. Griffin steps in. First pitch on the way, high. Ball one. Griffin, a gritty little, like I said, an 8th grader, has done a good job starting for the Cougars and holding down that leadoff spot all year. Pitch on the way from West. In the dirt. Ball 2.
Good start right here. Got to make him work right here.
Make him work. Get your leadoff guy on. That's going to be a call, strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike on Griffin. As we mentioned, at the leadoff spot, on base percentages. Let's check that. Judson Griffin, 432. That's what you like to see out of a leadoff guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ball 3 outside, 3-1 on Griffin.
Very disciplined here.
It's got to be right there. Got to see this one right down the middle. It's one you want to step on, or got to have that leadoff batter on. So he'll be selected. Pitch on the way. In the dirt. Griffin draws the walk.
All 4 and Griffin.
So base on balls for Griffin brings up the senior Dawson Flowers. Flowers steps in, 333 batting average on the year, 455 on base percentage.
Griffin at first base.
He's 9 for 27 this year.
Checking out the signs from the coach down there. Let's see if they put the bunt on or what we're going to do here.
Maybe an opportunity, get a team. You scored 15 on. You don't know if you want to move him over here or let Dawson swing away.
First pitch is the ball.
Ball's going to be up on Flowers, so 1-0. Especially got a pitcher that's kind of struggled on that first batter, only threw 1 strike, so only 1 strike out of 5 pitches. Wouldn't expect Griffin to be moving here. Pitch on the way to Flowers, curveball up again, 2-0 to Flowers.
2-0 to Flowers.
Tanner Watts will be on deck for the Cougars, hoping to put some runners in scoring position here.
Looking for your pitch right here. Nothing, not the pitcher's pitch. Looking for something 2-0 to drive right here.
In the dirt, 3-0.
All three.
That's going to draw a visit from the Generals coach. While we got a timeout on the field, let's throw it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
Ford Truck Month is on at Sullivan Ford Lincoln in Brookhaven. Truck Month discounts up to $11,000 off Super Crew F-150 or 0% for 72 months and no payments for 90 days on our remaining 18 models. But we aren't stopping there. We have 0% on 2018 Escapes, Explorers, and even Expeditions. We will not be undersold on any remaining 18 models. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark, campus of Brookhaven Academy. Had a quick visit from the Generals coach. In the meantime, Flowers drew a walk. It's going to put men at first and second for the Cougars and bring up the number 3 hole hitter, number 18, Tanner Watts. Watts playing first base tonight. Got the win the other night on the pitcher's mound. It's a good opportunity here in the bottom half of the first inning for the Cougars. Hayden West on the mound for the Generals, struggling 2 walks to open the ball game as Watts steps in. West didn't like what he saw right there, stepped off the back of the rubber. Just underway here at Williams-Gillis. Cougars with runners, Griffin at second, Flowers at first.
Shortstop keeping the runner close at second.
He'll work him out there. Little pickoff move on. Threw it out into center field. Good job out there by the center fielder backing up the play. A lot of things happening right there. Just a little spin move, but the pitcher overthrew the second baseman on the pickoff attempt of Griffin. Nobody moves. Nobody put out on that play. So we'll settle back in. Watts, no count.
I think that was a set play right there.
Yeah, I believe so. You saw it. Yeah.
Center fielder was in really, really shallow.
Swung and missed, foul straight over the backstop for Watts.
Straight back over the press box.
It's a 0-1 count on Watts.
Count 1-1.
Check that, 1-1. Missed a pitch somewhere. We'll double check that. West takes aim. Pitch on the way. Curveball. That's going to be in for a strike.
Strike 2.
Maybe a little generous right there.
Count 1 and 2.
Catcher moved his mitt a good bit.
You know, I think it may be 0-2. Nonetheless, 2 strikes on Watts, so they'll have to dig in right here. West takes aim. Pitch on the way. It's going to be up. Went for the curveball. He's not getting over the top of that curveball.
Yeah, he's leaving it high. Yeah, you're right. It is 1-2 cut.
Now we're back to 1-2. All right, got it straight right here. So 1-2 count on Watts. Cougars on first and second. Griffin out at second. Flowers at first. West takes aim. Checks Griffin at second. Pitch on the way. Swing. Missed by Watts. That's going to be a strikeout. Griffin got caught leaning off the bag at second. Thought he was going to advance to third on the drop ball by the catcher. Threw it down to third and threw it back behind him at second base. Tagged him out at second base. So a base running error there by the Cougars. Had a strikeout and a man caught off the bag at second. So 2 away. He's going to dig the Generals out of a hole here.
Not your typical double play right there.
No, not Griffin saw the move. The catcher dropped the ball. Watts attempted to run to first, but with first base occupied, he was out automatically at the plate and caught Griffin a little bit too far off the bag at second base. Caston Thompson steps in for the Cougars. Bats from the left side. Hard hit ball straight at the second baseman. Fields it, throw across to Alderman. That'll do it for the Cougars in the bottom half of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no general errors. One Cougar was left on base. So after one complete inning of play, the Generals nothing and the Cougars nothing. We're going to throw it back to the studio for 1 minute, 1 minute down the line. You're listening to Baseball here on B92.
When it comes to spring cleaning and lawn and garden care, the number one choice is Perkins Ace Hardware in Lincoln Plaza. For everything from weed control to Tad Boy Moors, it's Perkins Ace Hardware. And of course, they're your plumbing and electrical supply experts too. Perkins Ace Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven. The home of the helpful hardware folks.
It's always good to do banking with people you know and trust, people who are interested in you and willing to get involved in helping you. Hey, this is Shannon Aker with Bank of Brookhaven, and that's the story of our bank, local people who operate the only remaining home-owned bank with the interest of this community at heart. Let us be your bank. At Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. No runs in the first frame of play. Cougars and Generals, top half of the second inning. Hayden West will lead it off for the Generals, facing Caston Thompson for the Cougars. Of course, Thompson throws from the left side. Defense straight away. Thompson looks in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Going back to that double play ball in the first inning, Cougars had an opportunity, 2 men on with no outs. Just a mistake on the bases by the Cougars.
I believe you're right. A lot of times, sometimes your runners just go to sleep. They should know the rules as far as, what a drop third strike is. And I think the runner at second just caught up. He saw the batter running to first, and he just took off because the ball was 2 feet from the catcher. And
right, saw the drop third strike and just kind of got out there in no man's land. And as the pitch to Thompson, out to Griffin in left field, he moves over into the gap, makes the play. Had to run a long way for that one, but Griffin makes the play out in left field, one away for the Cougars. West hit that ball pretty good, but Griffin was set up perfectly on that one to retire West. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Alec Thompson, one down in the top half of the second inning. Thompson looks in. A little bit high. Ogden had to go upstairs and get that one. 1-0 on Alec Thompson.
I don't know if Thompson just got a haircut or what, but his hat keeps falling off on just about every pitch.
One of those reminiscent of a pitcher I coached many years. Pitch on the way, hard hit ball to Dawson Flowers at shortstop across the diamond to Watts. We'll score that one 6-3. Flowers to Watts at first. That'll retire Thompson for the Generals.
Flowers really made that look so effortless. He played it well. Good step, follow through, very accurate throw. Really looked smooth.
Did a good job there. I was saying the hat falling off a kid I coached all the way through, plays up at Colin, Madison Smith. We told him, we threatened we were going to get him a chin strap for his hat when he pitched because it would always fall off. Harper Reese steps in for the Generals. Ball one. The ball's just a little bit up on Reese. Reese doing the catch of the night for the Generals. Waldrop at third. Flowers, shortstop, Brown, and Watts, the infield for the Cougars. Swing and a miss. It's going to even the count at 1-1. 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning.
Something I've never understood is why a player wears sunglasses when he's in the shade. This batter right here, the catcher.
Yeah.
Out 2-1.
Thought we got a strike right there, a little bit outside. Coach Parvin just asked where it was. Had a backdoor curveball come in for the strike. Of course, Thompson throwing from the left side. Reese, a right-handed batter. That pitch is a little bit up. It's going to be 3-1 on Reese. Again, he does the catcher wearing number 44. for the Generals. Thompson trying to dig out of a hole here. Takes his signal. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball. Looks like it's going out to the right fielder. Keegan Smith camps under it, makes the play out in right field. 1, 2, 3 inning.
Solid glare to make the catch for out.
Flying
Number 3.
the right fielder Smith had to really fight the sun there. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no Generals left on base in the top half of the second inning. We're going to throw it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
Don't run from one mobile home dealer to the next trying to find the best deal on a new home. For over 30 years, C&W Homes in Vicksburg has featured factory direct pricing, and they will not be undersold. C&W Homes features the top lines from Deer Valley, Sunshine, Buccaneer, Cabco, and Cappert. Mississippi made. C&W Homes accepts trades and will buy your old mobile home. Call Kip Hole or Dobie Nasser. Toll free 1-800-748-9056. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South Vicksburg.
Ballpark where the Brookhaven Academy Cougars doing battle with Newton County Academy Generals. This is a district game. The Cougars knocking off the Generals Tuesday night by a score of 15-3, looking to take the second game of the 2-game series. Warm-up pitch is underway, throwing it down to second. Stepping in for the Cougars here in the bottom half of the second inning is going to be Nick Ogden, the catcher. He'll be followed by Cade Brown and Harrison Brownlee.
Yeah, the pitcher West, he's got a little bite to his breaking ball, but he's either leaving them high or throwing them a little low in the dirt. So, as you said earlier, nothing really overpowering, but he does have a little movement.
First pitch on the way to Ogden, swing and a miss, strike one. You know, sometimes you watch a pitcher in warm-ups, they throw totally different than when a guy steps into the batter's box. You know, that warm-up series right there, like I said, had some bite on those breaking balls, really kept everything down. But in the first inning, everything was working up, just wasn't getting all the way through his pitches. Second pitch on the way, strike two. Ogden in the hole at 0-2. No outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Ogden leading it off for the Cougars. West takes his signal from Reese. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball outside and in the dirt. Good job back there by Reese. You know, like to see a catcher, nobody's on, but he scooted over and got in front of that one. Exactly. Took it in the chest protector.
Yeah, umpires like to see that. Coaches like to see that. It just speeds the game up.
Yeah, good job there by Reese. West takes aim. Pitch on the way. Hard hit ball. It's going to be over the second baseman. It's going to camp under it and make the play. Braxton Thomas back there backpedaling, made a good play, called off his right fielder and his center fielder. He called out a sky ball, hung up there a long time. Yes, Thomas did a good job drifting backwards, getting back up under that ball, and was moving forward when he made that play.
No doubt.
Cade Brown, the senior, steps in for the Cougars. Pitch on the way. That's going to work up just a little bit. 1-0. Brown comes in with a .500 batting average, 6 for 12 on the year. And Cade's a guy that played ball in junior high years. I don't know if he played after his 8th grade year. Decided to come back out his senior year, and he's done a really good job. He's had some key moments here for the Cougars in his return to baseball. Pitch on the way from West. Breaking pitch. Going to get a call. Strike one.
Looks like, was he still tied up with basketball?
Yeah.
Because he's only had 19 at-bats, but still a good start there.
Yeah, played in the All-Star basketball game and into, the championship run in basketball, so missed some of the first ball games and just getting acclimated back to baseball. Mm-hmm. But Cade's done a good job since that point, kind of settling in at second base. Foul ball back to the screen from Brown is going to set the count at 1-2. One out here in the bottom half of the second inning here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark.
It's good to see that sometimes, even football, other sports. You have a kid that hasn't played in a while and he gets to his senior year and decides he wants to play. It's good to be able to, for one like that, to contribute, to actually be able to contribute.
You know, that making that transition from sport to sport, and as Brown got fooled on the curveball, went fishing for it, strikeout from West, they one down here in the bottom half of the second inning. For the coach, check that, 2 outs. We had the fly ball earlier, so that's the second out of the inning. Harrison Brownlee's going to step in. You know, those guys that play multiple sports and they just move from one to the other, you know, it takes something because you just use different reflexes, different skill sets with each sport. And for Brown to be able to step back into it, it's really good to see.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, obviously he didn't get the at-bats and the practice and all that while they were still playing basketball. So a good little trip to the mound right here by the catcher. I always like to see that. That's just a lot of class because that foul ball caught a piece of the umpire. So good respect. Good shine of respect right there.
You saw Coach Barvin call Brownlee down to take a word with him. The catcher went out to the mound. So that's
both parts. You're right.
Both understand. We're going to let the umpire shake that one off and make sure he's got all his faculties back in order.
Mm-hmm. And that just goes a long way. It's
just a respect for all the guys on the field from both ball clubs there. 1-1 to count on Brownlee. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. No score thus far in this one. West delivers, breaking ball. I think Brownlee went around. Yes, he did. That was that bike pitch you were talking about. I mean, it started up about belt high. When it dropped off the table, it hit in front of the plate.
No doubt.
West did a good job on that one. Got Brownlee in the hole, 1-2. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second. Takes aim. That one's going to be a little bit low.
2-2.
Got under the skirt of the catcher.
That one caught the umpire in the shin guard right there. So they're doing a little communicating right there. I'm sure the catcher said, "My bad."
That's one of those you tap the catcher on the back. So you gotta get those for me. 2-2 count on Brownlee. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by West. It's strike 3. Records his second strikeout of the inning. So a good inning there from the Generals, and especially West on the mound. 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no Cougars left on base in the bottom half of the second inning. Let's throw it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
If you want a great deal on a used car in excellent condition, stop by Auto Direct, located on Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Our selection is top of the line, and with over 10 available lenders, your credit approval will be fast, easy, and guaranteed. No credit applications refused. So grab your tax refund, go to AutoDirectMS.com or Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Kelly Hallred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at NewYorkLife.com.
And we're back here. Beck Warren alongside the coach, Alan Kent, at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy, going into the top half of the third inning. No score between the Generals of Newton County Academy and your Brookhaven Academy Cougars.
Peyton Wallace, the right fielder.
Caston Thompson, 2 scoreless innings, both 1-2-3 innings for the Cougars. The lefty looks into Ogden for a signal. Hayden Wall, the right fielder for the Generals.
Outfield creeps in a little bit.
Ball squared around, showed bunt, pulled back on it, ball outside, 1-0. Waldrop takes a step in at third, as does Watts at first. Wall, not a big fella, the right fielder, as I mentioned. Thompson takes aim. The ball's going to be low, 2-0. Generals trying to get that leadoff batter on here in the top half of the third inning. Try to put a runner in on base with opportunity to push him around. Pitch on the way because we call strike. Caught the outside corner. Thompson works really quick for the Cougars. He's going to tip it up around 78-80, 81-82. Pitch on the way, squared around the bunt. Back against the screen. Good attempt there by Ogden trying to go back to the screen to get it.
Really like your, as a defensive player, you really like for your pitcher to work fast.
Yeah.
It just keeps you on your toes and doesn't slow the game down. It really keeps you in it, defensive perspective.
2-2 count here to Wall. Just keeps everybody in a good rhythm.
Oh, no doubt.
Thompson goes for the breaking pitch, stayed outside with it. It's going to go to 3-2 on the right fielder, Hayden Wall, for the Generals.
You got to go after him here.
Yeah, you got to go get this one right here. Expect the fastball right here from Thompson. Hard hit ball out into right field. Keegan Smith makes a move on it. Takes about 2 steps to his left. Settles under it, makes the play.
Had him played just right there.
Yeah, I mean, he was dead on that one. It was a pretty good hit ball there from Wall. Smith took a couple steps to his left, made the play for the Cougars. One down here in the top half of the third inning. Again, no score thus far.
Probably your sharpest hit ball of the night, right?
I believe
there.
You're right. Dalton Sibley, the center fielder, steps in for the Generals. Thompson takes aim. Swing and a miss from Sibley.
Sibley, a proficient.
Good start right there.
Point guard for county basketball.
0-1 count to Sibley. Also played on the General basketball team. We remember him from district play. Next pitch on the way from Thompson. A little bit got away from Ogden. And even the count at 1-1. Again, a great night for baseball. If you're driving around, try to make it out. If you got anybody outside the listening area, you can pick it up on YouTube. Just put in B92 space WBKN. You'll be able to pick up the ball game. Anybody you'd like to pass that along to. Ball hit by Sibley straight at Cade Brown. Brown makes the play, throws across to Watts in time. Sibley did a good job getting down the line there, Coach. Sometimes just a ground ball straight to the second baseman, you can have a tendency to pull up, but Sibley did a real good job hustling that one out because you never know.
He did, and Brown did a pretty good job. The ball was, he had to move to his right a little bit, but he did a good job of shuffling over and getting his body in front of it, and actually played a tough little hop there.
Yeah, had a couple of big hops there, and that last one kind of took up and got up around his shoulder, but Brown did a good job with it. 2 down here in the top half of the third inning. Pitch on the way from Thompson. That's going to work low. 1-0 count.
Georgia number 9 hitter here. Want to try to get him out and keep from turning the top of the lineup back over to the top.
Jordan squares around the bunt on that one. Couldn't get it down. Fouled it back to the screen. So 1-1. Lincoln Jordan, your left fielder for the Generals. Great night for baseball here at Williams-Gillis. We'll go through a schedule here in just a minute. Some of the other activities going on in and around Brookhaven Academy. Swing and a miss right there.
1-2.
Good job there by Thompson. Kind of worked him outside on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning.
Jordan really up on the line, close to the plate here. Crowd the plate.
Swing and a miss. Thompson gets a strike 3. Another 3 up. 3 down inning for Thompson. No runs, no hits, no errors, no Generals left on base at the end of 2.5. No score here at Williams-Gillis on either side of the ledger. We're going to give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
Ford Truck Month is on at Sullivan Ford Lincoln in Brookhaven. Truck Month discounts up to $11,000 off Super Crew F-150 or 0% for 72 months and no payments for 90 days on our remaining 18 models. But we aren't stopping there. We have 0% on 2018 Escapes, Explorers, and even Expeditions. We will not be undersold on any remaining 18 models. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And we're back here, Williams-Gillis Ballpark here on the campus of Brookhaven Academy, going into the bottom half of the third inning. Beck Warren along with Alan Kent, the coach.
So the bottom of the third inning. Colin
Waldrop, the third baseman for the Cougars, lead it off. He'll be followed by Keegan Smith and the leadoff batter, Judson Griffin. No score either side of the ledger. West still on the mound for the Generals. First pitch called strike. Good fastball in there on Waldrop. We'll get you up to date on some goings on in and around Brookhaven Academy in just a moment when we get a break. Next pitch on the way, that's going to work outside. Cougars will be back in action on Saturday. They'll travel over a non-conference game at Columbia. Games at 12 and 2 p.m. The next week, again, non-conference schedule. Tuesday night against Central Private. That's at Central Private. And then Saturday, Central Private will come here and play as well. There's an odd team in our district, 5 teams in our district, and every team gets a week of non-conference play, and that will be the week for the Cougars.
Count 2-1 to Waldrop.
Third pitch on the way. It's in the dirt, so it'll take it to 2-1 on Waldrop, leading it off here in the bottom half of the third inning. West takes aim, delivered. Waldrop hit, goes up the middle. Good play out there. Alec Thompson came across the bag at second base. Throws across to Alderman at first, makes a good play.
Shortstop did a great job. It left the bat. I thought it was a hit right there.
Yeah.
He ranged very far to his left and made an accurate throw.
Went all the way across the bag at second base. Waldrop hit that one right over the pitcher's head. Like I said, Thompson fielded on the dead run, made the throw over to Alderman for the first out. Keegan Smith steps in. First pitch called strike. 0-1 on Smith, 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the third inning, no score. Second pitch on the way, called strike. Got that outside corner.
0-2.
Hayden West working ahead of Keegan Smith. West looks in to Reese for a signal. 0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking pitch, that's going to be in the dirt. Good job there by Smith to stay off that one. Here's the pitch. 1-2 pitch. Call, strike 3. That's that breaking pitch we talked about. Hayden West did a good job. Froze Keegan Smith right there. Caught him looking on the third strike. So 2 down here in the bottom half of the second inning for the Cougars. Going to bring the leadoff batter. Judson Griffin walked in the first inning. Got caught up in a rundown and was tagged out at second base. So Griffin steps in. Here's the pitch on the way. Up around the head. Griffin tried to duck out of the way, but it came off the side of the bat. So that's going to be foul ball, strike 1 on Griffin. That pitch got away from West. Griffin just trying to get out of the way, but caught a piece of the bat.
Yeah, very unfortunate right there.
Yeah, 0-1 count. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third inning. Griffin steps in. West to deliver. It's in the dirt. It's going to be outside. Comes back to the screen. That one got away from Reese. 1-1 count on Griffin.
Likely awakens at least one concession worker. 1-1.
Outfield straight away.
And wind, just nothing moving out there. It was a little windy this afternoon. Thought we may have some wind blowing, but the flag's still out in center. Griffin swinging, foul ball straight over the backstop.
Count 1 and 2.
You mentioned the sunshades, if you will, the catcher. Must be some type of prescription because he's still wearing them as the sun goes down here. It certainly, there just may be some other reason that he wears those, but a little bit unusual as the surroundings darken a bit.
Ball 2, count 2 and 2.
Fourth pitch on the way, it's in the dirt. Griffin holds up on it. Oh, he got a call down at first base.
I thought he went. I wondered why he didn't ask for it.
Yeah, the home plate umpire shook it off. The catcher asked for an appeal down to the first base umpire, and he did ring him up. And as you said, it was questionable. And that breaking pitch again from West had Griffin biting on it. For the Cougars, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors by the Generals, and no Cougars were left on base. So the end of 3 complete innings of play. The Generals from Newton County Academy 0. The Brookhaven Academy Cougars 0. Let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute from our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
With spring, thoughts of going fishing and cooking out come to mind. Perkins Hayes Hardware in Lincoln Plaza carries a complete selection of hunting and fishing supplies. And for that cookout, they feature a huge selection of barbecue grills, coolers, and of course all kinds of home appliances. Find it all at Perkins Hayes Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven, the home of the helpful hardware folks.
Personal attention is important to all of us, and it serves as the foundation in building lasting relationships in life and in business. This is Shannon Aker for Bank of Brookhaven. We've built our bank on a foundation of personal attention and friendly service. We're dedicated to keeping it the way we do business. Stop in the day and let us show you. At Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Academy Generals come into bat the top half of the 4th inning. Going to bring the plate the leadoff batter, Braxton Thomas. Thompson still on the hill for the Cougars. Hard hit ball out into right field. That's going to give drop for a base hit.
Braxton Thomas loops a single to shallow right. First hit for either team in the game.
That's going to be your first hit of the ball game. Just a good job. He took that outside pitch to right field. About 10 feet in front of the right fielder, Keegan Smith could not make a play on it, so that'll put a runner on base for the first time tonight for the Generals. Hayes West, the third baseman, is going to step in. Thompson with the delivery. That one stayed down. Went with a breaking pitch on that one. Didn't get the call. 1-0 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Generals with a runner on first base, no outs.
Got to be thinking about a bunt here.
Ball 2, that one stayed up. Yeah, I would agree with you. Going through 3 full innings of play, no hits on either side of the ledger. Now the Cougars kind of took the same approach the other night, then broke loose for a 6-run inning and a 5-run inning, kind of stretched it out. But nothing doing so far, just 1 hit, either team in the ball game. Hard hit ball down the right field line. It's going to be foul.
Flying sharply and just foul.
Boy, the Cougars got away with one right there. I tell you what. Hard hit ball right over the bag. Down the right field line, would have gone to the corner, possibly, definitely would have pushed Thomas from first to third, may even have given him a chance to score. Nonetheless, 2 balls, 1 strike on Hayes West.
First base coach, he did not complain there, so
yeah.
I think the umpire got it right.
2-1 count to the number 2 hole hitter, Hayes West.
Late evening pastel sunset hue over the Williams-Gillis ball field.
That was very hard hit, so
yeah.
What do I know? Maybe he shouldn't be bunting.
Thompson throws over to first, trying to keep Thomas honest over at first base. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. As I mentioned, the schedule for this week, our junior high baseball teams over at Simpson County Academy tonight, and they'll play on Saturday versus Parkland Academy here at Williams-Gillis. Next pitch, take a little bit low on that one. It's going to run the count to 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. Hayes West, the batter for the Generals.
Can't afford to let him walk right here, not with
Alderman up, right. Pitch on the way. High bouncer up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. I tell you what, that one, that's what you call a C&I single.
It did. It kind of hesitated a little bit. I think second and shortstop both kind of each thought the other one was going to get it, and neither one could quite come up with it.
Yeah, have to score it a hit. I tell you, after it made that initial hop over Thompson's head, it had a lot of top spin on it, and that second hop really took off. Got between Flowers and Brown out there. It's going to draw a visit from the catcher, Nick Ogden, as Kemp Alderman steps in, the 3-hole hitter, the big gun for Newton County.
No doubt. This is not where you want to be with this guy coming up.
Right. Yeah, he could turn this into a 3-0 ball game real fast.
His first at bat, it was 2 out and nobody on, and we could be a little selective pitching to him. But
yeah,
got to be careful here.
In Florida and Kentucky.
Thompson gets a signal from Ogden. Pitch on the way. It's going to stay down. 1-0 count to Alderman. Let's reset it here. Generals have Braxton Thomas out at second base, Hayes West at first base, back-to-back singles. So the Cougars a bit of a hole right here. Top half of the 4th inning. Alderman at the plate. Pitch on the way. In the dirt. Good block there by Ogden.
Ball 2.
Not really close right there, but their first pitch, I thought Alderman did a really good job of laying off a low breaking ball, and it's one that some of the other hitters have chased tonight.
Yeah, disciplined hitter. You can see it. You know, he is the go-to guy for Newton County, but he's laid off 2 pitches. Not going to chase anything. Thompson delivers. Hard hit ball. It's going to get up the middle for a base hit. Out to center field. Thomas is going to round third, and he'll score easily. He'll push West over to third base, so the single for Alderman, back-to-back singles. Pushes the first run of the ball game across the plate. 1-0 for the Generals on 3 back-to-back singles.
Yeah, he did a good job right there, not trying to do too much. The pitch was a little outside, but he did a good job of just taking it back up the middle, not trying to do too much with it.
Just muscled it right up the middle. No chance for either of the infielders to get that one. It's going to bring the plate Hayden West, the pitcher. Get a fly ball out to right field his first time up. Pitch on the way, foul ball off the mid of Ogden.
Still
back to the screen. Yeah, that's all important. No outs. 1-0 lead for the Generals here in the top half of the 4th inning. Only hits the ball game have come here in the top half. 3 singles in a row for the Generals. West steps in. Thompson looks in. Pitch on the way. West goes fishing for that one. Breaking pitch on the outside corner. Good pitch there from Thompson.
Foul tip in the dirt, 0-2.
Alderman at first is bluffing, run like he's running to second, trying to draw a throw, draw a balk, whatever he could. But Thompson held still.
0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball down the third base. Waldrop, he's going to throw across the first to Watts. Gets the out at first, but pushes the runner across. West will score. The RBI from Hayden West. He's going to push his brother Hayes West across the plate. We'll score that 5-3. The put out. Waldrop across the diamond to Watts to get the first out of the inning. Alderman moves down to second base. 2-0 for the Generals.
Did you think we had a shot at home on him there?
Hard hit ball. That one's going to move over into foul territory. Griffin takes a run at it. Wow, ran right into the the practice mound, the bullpen mound over there. Just as he's moving to the ball, went straight up the bullpen mound. So that's a tough play over there.
That is a tough play. Yeah, the previous play, I don't know, the runner must have got a really good jump off third. So third baseman checked him at home and then decided to go to first. So
would have been a bang play. He would have taken a perfect throw right there. Instead, Waldrop threw across the diamond to Watts and got the out.
Thought we still might have had a chance to get him at second, but chose to throw to first, and that's where we are.
Swinging strike 2, 0-2.
0-2 count.
Runner at second.
Alec Thompson, the shortstop. Ardeman down at second base. 2-0 lead for the Generals here in the top half of the fourth inning. Thompson needs a strikeout here. Gets his signal from Ogden. Takes aim. Hit right up there off the glove of Thompson. Fielded by Flowers. Wow, tough break right there. Hard hit ball right back at Thompson. Thompson flagged it, got a glove on it. Went off the top of his glove out to Flowers at shortstop. He didn't have a play on it. They'll score that one as a hit as well.
Flowers did make a tremendous effort, though, because he was going to his left. It got deflected. He came back to his right and barehanded it.
Yeah. Just had too much time between hit and getting to Flowers. Thompson already down at first base for the Generals. So runners on the corner is going to bring up the catcher, Harper Reese. Alderman down at third, Thompson at first. One out here in the top half of the fourth inning. Generals threatening again. Ball in the dirt. Good job there by Ogden. Took that one off the face mask. Kept it out in front of him.
Runner does advance, though.
Runner advances second. That's going to draw Coach Tyler Parvin out of the dugout for the Cougars. So we're going to give it back to the studio for 30 seconds. 30 seconds down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark. Cougars trying to dig out of a hole here in the top half of the fourth inning. Gaston Thompson takes aim.
Ball 2.
Like a good pitch, going to be called ball 2. A little bit low on that one. 2-0 to the catcher, Reese.
Corners are in on the grass here.
Corners in. Runners at second and third for the Generals. One out here in the top half of the fourth. Pitch on the way. Ball's going to be fouled back over the screen. 2-1 on Reese. Strikeout would be big right here for Thompson.
Strike out anything in the infield trying to keep going.
2-0. Generals. First mark in the scoring column for either ball club. Thompson takes aim, delivers. Wow.
3-1.
To the displeasure of the BA faithful, that ball was called, I guess, a little bit outside. Question there by assistant coach Jose Acosta from the BA dugout. 3-1 count to Reese.
Yeah, it looked like, I believe that pitch was outside. It looked like our catcher had a good bit of club movement there, but I think they made the right call.
Thompson delivers. Ball's going to be outside. That's going to load it up for the Generals. Reese picks up the walk. He's the catcher. Let's see if they get a courtesy runner in for him. Going to bring up the right fielder.
1 out.
Hayden Wall.
The right fielder comes to bat.
Fly ball to the right fielder last time. It looks like they are going to bring in a courtesy runner for the catcher. We'll reset it right here. Top half of the fourth inning. Generals have put 2 runs across the plate. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. We'll see how the Cougars align it right here. See if they play back for the double play in the middle. Looks like they will. They'll bring the corners up. to the right fielder, Hayden Wall. First pitch on the way to Wall, called strike one.
First pitch is a strike.
Nice to get ahead right there.
Absolutely. 4 hits in the inning for the Generals, all singles. And, of course, as I mentioned, the 2 runs.
Wall, the number 7 batter in the lineup.
Breaking pitch. Good job back there by Ogden. Really laying down in front of that one, trying to keep that runner at third.
Behind the plate.
He did a really good job sliding over, squaring up to it, being sure he kept it in front.
Of course, Ogden played center field last year. Check that. Tucker Watts did the primary of the catching. Bugos. O'Neill Bugos, who's playing at Jones Junior College, played first base but caught the previous year. Watts, of course, down at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Cougar graduated 5 seniors last year, 5 starters, so a lot of holes they had to fill. I think they've kind of gotten things going. Winner their last 4 ball games. 2-1 count to Wall. Thompson takes aims, delivers. Ball's going to stay up a little bit, runs it to 3-1. Nowhere to put him right here. Bases loaded. Alderman down at third. Thompson, Alec Thompson at second. Harper Reese, of course, the courtesy runner down for him at first base.
Can't get too cute here. Got to go after him.
3-1 pitch to Wall. Right down the middle, strike 2.
Swinging strike in the
late, weak swing right there. I don't know if he was expecting something else, but that's not the swing you want to see as a coach on a 3-1
On a
pitch.
3-1.
No.
Well, it's one of those. I think he may have been kind of banking on a walk right there and saw it such a good pitch and kind of wished one through there. It's going to be an infield flyer. That's going to go to Brown, so they're going to call the infield fly rule on this one. Brown makes the play regardless.
Second base, Kate Brown with the catch. Brown number 2.
Big out right there.
Yeah, big out. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Generals have plated 2 runs, so 2-0 lead. Here in the bottom of the 4th. It's going to bring to the plate Dalton Sibley. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Top of the 4th.
Generals have had some action going in the bullpen down there. So
we're going to see a left-hander trotting back. So see what they do right here. Foul ball to the screen, right at us.
Concessionaire's reflexes, 0-1.
0-1 count. Tell you what, Thompson gets out of this one with 2 runs. I think I'd take that right now.
Yes.
Especially when you had 2 guys on with no outs and Alderman up.
Right.
He did get the single up the middle, but no more damage than that.
Yes.
Sibley, the center fielder, steps in. Good pitch there from Thompson. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Sibley grounded out to Brown at second base his first time up.
Really need to get an out right here. Sibley, the number 8 hitter. You know, if we were to get out of this, then you're leading off the next inning with the number 9 hitter.
Yeah, that's a big thing right there. Thinking like a coach over here. Pitch on the way from Thompson. Got the backdoor curveball. Strike 3. Called strike 3.
Frozen.
Good job there by Thompson getting out of this one.
4 hits with no Cougar errors.
So we got two runs on 4 hits, no errors, 3 runners on base. So we'll look back to that inning. The Generals left 3 on base, but they did pick up 2 in the top half of the 4th inning. So the Cougars got work to do. Let's throw it back to the studio for a word from our sponsors. Let's go 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
We'll find you that place to call home.
CNW Homes direct-to-you factory pricing saves you money on beautiful homes from Deer Valley, Buccaneer, Capco, Sunshine, and Cappert. Mississippi made. CNW Homes is locally owned and operated and will not be undersold. CNW Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. Call 800-748-9056. Online, cwmobilehomes.com, and like them on Facebook.
If you want a great deal on a used car in excellent condition, stop by Auto Direct, located on Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Our selection is top of the line, and with over 10 available lenders, your credit approval will be fast, easy, and guaranteed. No credit applications refused. So grab your tax refund, go to AutoDirectMS.com or Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
And And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. Bottom half of the fourth inning, work to do for the Cougars. The Generals plated 2 runs in the top half of the fourth in the lead, 2-0. Dawson Flowers, the shortstop, the senior, steps in for the Cougars. Hayden West still doing work on the mound for the Generals. First pitch on the way, hard hit ball out in the right field. See if it gets down. It does. It's going to be a single for Flowers.
Dawson Flowers with the Cougars' first hit.
Kind of muscled that one out to right center field off his hands. First hit of the ball game for the Cougars. First hit given up by West.
Well hit ball. I thought center fielder got a really good jump on it. Just couldn't quite get to it. He, right there at the end, he kind of looked like he was in between of whether or not to dive for it. But good start here.
Tanner White steps in for the Cougars. Struck out his first time up. First pitch on the way. That's going to be high.
First pitch is a ball.
Shows bunt. So possibility we're trying to play a little small ball right here, but not always with your leadoff hitter. So we'll see. Or your number 3 hitter.
Want to shake the tree a little bit. Put some pressure back on the Generals. Need some base runners and runs. Ball 2 is going to be high as well.
Ball 2, correction. Ball 2, 2-0 for Flowers. To Tanner Watts.
Flowers down at first. Watts.
First base tonight for the Cougars.
3-hole hitter for the Cougars stands in. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Cougars down 2-0 to the Generals. Flowers down at first. Watts at the plate. Hayden West on the hill for the Generals steps in. Pitch on the way as we call strike 2.
2-1.
Check that, 2-1.
Timeout at the mound.
Harper Reese goes out to visit with West. Not sure. Maybe they got a little crossed up on that one. But, hey, West grooved that one after 2 pitches that kind of got away from him. May have caught Watts off guard there.
Yeah, I thought the pitch was a little on the outside part of the plate. So, he may have had a plan up there. I'm looking middle in or whatever. And, disciplined to lay off of that pitch at least.
2-1 count to Watts. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Cougars looking to put some runs on the board. Pitch on the way. Breaking pitch up in the eyes.
This straight back to the count 2-2.
Watts missed that one. Runs the count to 2-2.
Catcher looked like all of his warm-up throws. Looked like he had a fairly average arm, I would say. Nothing just scares you to death, but fairly slow release. So we'll see.
West looks in. Watts asks for timeout and gets it.
2-2, Tanner Watts.
Cougars trying to generate something here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, trailing 2-0. Trying to take the 2-game series from the Generals. District play. Hard hit ball is going to go out of play down the right side. Watts just couldn't get around on that fastball. The last time I saw Watts at bat here at Williams-Gillis, he hit one just to the right of the scoreboard, deep into the parking lot. So he has some power and can take a ball out of here. 2-2 count to Watts. Flowers down at first. West looks in, gets a signal from Reese. Pitch on the way. Curveball left it up high. 3-2.
Full count.
It was almost reminiscent of the earlier curveball above his head that hit
Griffin. Yeah, caught Griffin's bat up around his head. So 3-2 count, payoff pitch here for Watts. Watts, the junior right-hander, got the win on Tuesday night. 9 strikeouts, 5 innings of work. Foul ball, back to the screen.
Count remains full.
Hanging tough.
Thought they might possibly send the runner right there with a full count and no out, but no go on that one.
Put a lot of stock in Watts and his bat right there. Yeah, a lot of times you may see that. And your worst case scenario is a strike him out, throw him out, or you get a line drive or something and double the player, the base runner up. So Coach Parvin playing it safe. Going to depend on Watts to move him around. Pitch on the way. It's going to be outside. Ball 4. Just off the plate.
Flowers to second. Watts at first.
General's coach wanted that one. No controversy from the catcher. Reese kind of shook his coach off, said it was outside. It's going to bring Caston Thompson to the plate. Flowers down at second. Watts at first for the Cougars. Cougars trailing 2-0 here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, trying to put some runs on the board. Thompson steps in. West takes aim, delivers. Swing and a miss, going to be fouled down the left field line over into the trees.
Thompson in a good position to help himself out right here. At least try to advance the runners.
Yeah.
No out.
Nick Ogden, the catcher, stands on deck for the Cougars. No outs here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Hayden West is going all the way for the Generals. Delivers. Ball's going to stay up. Went with the curveball on that. Was going to even the count at 1-1.
It's like they're trying to stay away from him, and they do want him to hit the ball to the left side, so he could not advance the runners possibly. So,
as we mentioned earlier, Thompson stands in about 6'2", bats from the left side, and he's got some power in that stick. Pitch on the way. Curveball is going to get a call, strike 2 right there. So he's going fastball, curveball to Thompson. 1-2 count, no outs. Runners at second and down at first base for the Cougars, trying to muster something up here.
Thompson grounded out to second his previous at bat. Maybe he could pull it this time.
Curveball up in his eyes. Thompson fought it off. It's what you like to see in a batter with a 2-strike count. Probably out of the zone, but you just can't look at that third strike. And you're the number 4 hole hitter. So a good job there by Thompson fighting that one off.
You're exactly right.
1-2 count. No outs. West looks in, delivers. Thompson fouls it off again across the left side.
Pretty much staying away from him, away. So see what they keep doing here.
They're covering second base, covering the runner at second base with the second baseman. So big hole over here on the right side for Thompson. But they pitched him away. So good job by West. Good hard hit ball straight at the first baseman. It's going to be bobbled. And Thompson's going to, wow. Bobbled by the first baseman, retrieved out there by the second baseman. Braxton Thomas went off the heel of the glove of Alderman. Pitcher did a good job covering over at first base. Said they got Thompson at first. Coach Parvin didn't like that call. Nonetheless, 1 out in the inning, moved the runners. Flowers over to third. Watts over to second base, going to bring up the catcher, Nick Ogden.
Yeah, very bang play over there.
I tell you what, good job there, coach, by the second baseman, sort of backing up the play, but the pitcher having the mindset to get over and cover first base because Alderman had got pulled off the bag trying to make the play. First pitch to Ogden, call strike 1.
Sometimes you just don't see that on a bang play where the defenses kick the ball around a little bit and it's bang. A lot of times they don't get the benefit of the doubt there.
Right. Next pitch on the way, the ball's going to be in the dirt. Good job back here by Harper Reese blocking that up. Pretty good job by both catchers tonight. They've really sacrificing their body.
Yes, good part there, though. Thompson was able to advance the runner, so now we're second, third, and 1 out.
Nick Ogden steps in. Get a fly ball out to the second baseman, deep behind the second baseman. First time up. Good cut there by Ogden off the mask of the catcher, Reese.
That'll draw a mound visit from the umpire, giving the catcher a chance to shake the cobwebs off.
Umpire's going to check some baseballs, walk halfway out to the mound, just making sure the catcher, Reese, shakes that one off. 1-2 count to Ogden. Scoring opportunity here for the Cougars. Flowers at third, Watts at second, 1 out. Cougars trailing 2-0, bottom half of the fourth inning. Pitch on the way, in the dirt.
Ball 2-2.
And even the count up at 2-2. Big opportunity here for the Cougars.
Yes.
Cade Brown standing on deck. Would like an opportunity here with a run on the board for Brown. Ogden doing work with the bat in his hand. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fought that one off. Good piece of hitting there by Ogden, or just fighting one off, fouling it over the screen.
Yep. Kind of a defensive swing there, but he did get a good job of at least putting the bat on the ball. 405 on base percentage for Ogden, coming in at a 267 clip. Opportunity for some RBIs here.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Hayden West. Again, I'll go back to, you said it earlier, about the second inning, you started commenting on his warm-up pitches. A lot of bite on that curveball and a lot of movement. And started that one right down the center of the plate, and I believe Reese moved about a foot outside by the time he caught that one. So good job there by West. 2 outs for the Cougars. Men on second and third. Brings up Cade Brown, the second baseman for the Cougars.
Called strike 0-1.
It's in a hole early 0-1.
Brown struck out his first time up, facing West. 0-1 count to Brown.
Yeah, that was a tough strikeout before. At least you want to put it in, try to put it in play, make something happen, make the defense make a play. Now it's up to Brown, trying to get a 2-out hit.
Little change of pace here from West. 2 fastballs to Brown.
Quickly in the hole 0-2.
Right. Brown's got to be thinking curveball right here. You wonder if West may go right back with that fastball. Has success on the first 2. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Men on second and third for the Cougars. Trying to scratch here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Pitch on the way, breaking pitch. Brown fights it off. Alderman over. Not going to get Brown at first. Good job out there by Cade Brown. Alderman had to come off the bag, make the play to his right side. Brown just outran the pitcher over there to first base. Brown, as we know from the basketball court and the football gridiron speedster, and just beat that one out for the infield single.
The pitcher's a little slow getting off the mound there. He's kind of kicking himself for doing that and not sprinting over there as soon as it was hit to that side. He's frustrated at himself right now.
Yeah, Brown didn't really hit that one hard, but he made Alderman move to his right, so he had no play to come back and make the play. The pitcher hesitated, and when he did that, he was in trouble because he wasn't going to catch Brown on that one. Sort of looking like Cade breaking one of those kickoff returns he made famous for the Cougars down on the football field. Keegan Smith steps in. Let's see if Brown may move down to second and try to draw a throw from Reese.
That's what happens when you put the ball in play, though.
Absolutely.
Make them make something happen.
Yeah. Brown on the move. Wow. Ball goes back to the screen. Watts thrown high off the backstop. Reese made a good play, turn, threw it to West. Thought he had Watts right there on that one. Watts came in head first. Umpire said he tagged him on the shoulder, but Watts got up under it.
Cougars may have got a break on that, but it was bang. It was close. Umpire was in position. He was right on top of it.
I agree with you. Watts looked like they had him for a step, but Watts kind of came in on the backside of the plate, kind of came in head first. The pitcher was covering their home plate, and the umpire said he got his hand in before the tag on his shoulder. Nonetheless, the Cougars have tied it up here in the bottom half of the 4th inning at 2 on the pass ball. Score from third from Watts. Brown moves around. He was moving on that pitch, so he goes to third.
Called strike 1-1.
1-1 to Brownlee. Any way you can, Coach.
That's right. You put it in play, things can happen.
That's right. You got to stir some things up. Make the defense make plays. Cougars with 2 hits in this inning. Pitch on the way to Brownlee. Fouls it over the screen. It's going to be 1-2, 2 outs. Go ahead.
The thing I noticed from Brown, though, he did shorten his swing up his previous at bat. On his third strike, he really took a big hack. That time, he was just shortening everything up and just put it in play, and sure enough, made something happen.
1-2 count to Brownlee. Brown down at third. He will be moving on any pass balls. Pitch from West, fouled off by Brownlee.
High breaking ball, may have been a little at the top of the zone, but he did fight it off.
I tell you what, on those, and I'm a big fan of that. As long as you're not chasing things way out of the zone, anything close on two strikes, I think you got to guard that plate, try to put something in play, or just live to swing again.
No doubt.
Swinging down the dirt, Brownlee, tag at the plate. That's going to do it for the Cougars.
Ball was in the dirt. Good job by the catcher.
Cougars had 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 wild pitch error on the Generals, and 1 runner was left on base. So after 4 complete innings of play, NCAA Generals 2, the Brookhaven Academy Cougars 2, going the top half of the 5th inning. We're going to give it back to our studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Meanwhile, 8 minutes remaining in the game. Kentucky leads by 32 over Abilene Christian. 7 minutes remaining. Florida leads Nevada by a dozen. And earlier, LSU and Auburn both won. Auburn by 1 point over New Mexico State.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Dwayne Allred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at newyorklife.com.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nelson to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
Gillis Ballpark, campus of Brookhaven Academy. Lincoln Jordan leads it off, the number 9 hole hitter for the Generals of Newton County Academy. Cougars played the 2 runs to tie it up here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, so in top half of the 5th.
Ball 2.
2-1 strike count on Jordan, the left fielder. Thompson still on the mound for the Cougars. Gave up 4 singles last inning, sort of seeing nice singles, all but one of them. Allowed the Generals to play 2 runs. Cougars answered with 2 of their own. So we're tied up here in the 5th. 3-1 count to Jordan. As you mentioned, he's that 9-hole hitter, and that's the one you want leading off an inning. Can't put him on right here.
Good bounce back for us after giving up 2, coming back and moving the runners over, just advancing. Fouled off there. The good answer, I guess, by the Cougars is what I'm saying, to come back. They about hit us 4-2, but where it counts, it's 2-2 on the board.
Yeah, on Tuesday night, the Cougars walked away with 13 hits, only 2 hits tonight. So West has done a good job holding the Cougars down. Call strike 3. Thompson calls Lincoln Jordan looking on a 3rd strike, battled back from a 3-1 count. Got a foul ball against the screen, then caught him looking on strike 3. So good job there by Thompson to get the leadoff batter here in the top half of the 5th inning.
Good job by Ogden, too. That ball was at the very bottom of the strike zone, and he did a good job of bringing his thumb up through it and framing it well.
Leadoff batter, Braxton Thomas. Call strike 1, backdoor curveball from Thompson. 0-1 count, 1 out here in the top half of the 5th inning. 2-2 ball game. Good battle going here at Williams-Gillis. Ball in the dirt, 1-1 to Thomas. They'll go Thomas, Hayes, West, and Kemp Alderman. The 1, 2, 3 hitters.
I almost feel like the Cougars have a little momentum right here.
Yeah.
We got out of a bases loaded jam with 1 out without any more runs scoring, and then we came back and answered with 2 to tie it up. Hope we can build off that.
2-1.
Fastball just a little bit low from Thompson. Of course, Caston Thompson again, the 9th grader, hard-throwing left-hander. Does a good job out there for the Cougars. Takes aim, pitch on the way.
Count 3-1.
That one must have been a little bit outside. Looked good from here. 3-1 count. Ogden.
Very close. Umpire did a little flinch right there with his right hand like he thought he was going for a strike, but he didn't. Oh,
Gave him one back right there. That ball was down and out. 3-2 count. We'll take it.
Watch the umpire. He did the same exact thing just then.
Right.
The delayed little pause with his hand, and then he went. It may have been a makeup call.
3-2 count right here.
A lot of umpires here in the stands, too.
Ball's going to work inside. Thomas draws the walk.
Reaches for the second consecutive plate appearance.
Of course, Thomas had a single last time up.
Hayes West singled and scored the
Third baseman Hayes West steps in. Also had a single last time in the fourth inning. Let's reset it. Got a man, Generals runner down at first base. West steps in, the number 2 hole hitter. Pitch on the way from Thompson. Call strike one.
Tough spot right here. 1 out, number 2 hitter up, and the big stick on deck.
Kind of where we were last inning. Defense straight away for the Cougars. Medium depth. Swing and miss, strike 2. Good velocity there from Thompson.
He got that ball up and in, and number 6 really took a big hack at that.
Yeah, West couldn't get around on that one. Thompson to hold Thomas close over at first, throwing from the left side. Not much of a lead over there.
Ball 1, 1-2.
Went for a breaking pitch out of the zone. Ball 1. 1-2 count, 1 out. Runner at first for the Generals. 2-2 ball game here in the top half of the 5th inning. Thompson delivers. Swing and a miss.
Strike 3.
Strike 3. Snap throw down from Ogden down to first base. Thomas back in time. Got the strikeout here for the second half out of the inning.
Got to put him on.
Alderman steps to the plate. Coach Parvin doesn't hesitate. Puts Alderman on, pushes a runner down to second base. So that's a lot of respect there for Alderman. You're going to put a runner in scoring position and a lot of faith in your pitcher, Thompson.
Y'all that may have joined us late, Alderman, first baseman, he's an Ole Miss commit.
Yeah, he was a 9th grade commit to Ole Miss. Now, I haven't heard if he's signed yet or will be signing with Ole Miss, but everything I could read up, he still is committed to Ole Miss. So, obviously, a quality D1 player in Alderman. First pitch got away from Ogden behind the plate, so Alderman and Thomas both move around. Alderman to second, Thomas to third. Hayden West, the pitcher, grounded out 5-3, third to first, last time up. Hard hit ball goes down the right field line. That's going to sail foul.
Ball was hit well. That's probably the hardest hit ball of the night right there, but well foul.
Hayden's West's first time up, fly ball deep to left field. Play made by Griffin. Pitch on the way. Hard hit ball. That's going to get through the hole. It's going to push a runner across.
Hayden West with his second RBI on a grounder through the hole between third and short. Scoring the 3rd run of the game for the Generals.
Ball not hit just really, really super hard, but it just found the hole between short and third and just was in the right spot.
I was going to say West has hit all his balls to the left side. Had the fly ball to the left and the hard hit ball to the third baseman. He hit that one between the third baseman and the shortstop out to Griffin and left. Easily pushed Thomas across the plate for their 3rd run of the ball game. Alderman moves over to third, so runners at first and third, 2 outs. Generals take a 3-2 lead over the Cougars.
There again, he just put the ball in play. Looked like an outside pitch. He rolled over on it, but
first pitch is the ball.
Was able to get it to find a hole.
Alec Thompson, the shortstop, steps in. Thompson had a single last inning and grounded out to Flowers at short. His first time up. Ball 1 up. Thompson delivers a second pitch. Foul back over the screen. It's going to even it up at 1-1.
Foul high and straight back and arches over the press box. 1-1.
Pushing almost an hour and a half into this one. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. Generals out on top of the Cougars, 3-2. Pitch on the way from Thompson in the dirt. Good job there by Ogden.
Really good job.
Got the runner on third and also holding the runner down at first.
Yeah, Alderman at third. He's a really big kid. Not super fast, but he's agile enough. Can't afford to get one by here.
Hard hit ball out to Griffin. Griffin comes in, can't make the play. He's going to get by him. Alderman's going to score. Hayden West is going to come around from first and score.
Newton County Academy scores a pair of runs on a line shot to left field. The ball to
Thompson with a line drive out to left field. Griffin came in on it, got away from him. Didn't make it to the wall, but enough back there to push Alderman across the plate and West across the plate. Thompson with the single and the extra base on the error.
Single.
Yeah. Not sure the run from first would have scored if he could come up with it clean there, even though he had to run down the line.
Griffin had visions to come up trying to make that play on that one, and then he was kind of stuck in the middle. Short hopped him, got past him. 5-2 Generals here in the top half of the fifth inning. Harper Reese steps in, drew a walk last time, flying out to right field. His first time up. 2 outs here in the top half of the fifth. 5-2 Generals.
Again, it's the heart of their order that has done the damage here in this inning.
Thompson out at second base. Backdoor curveball in for the strike. 0-2
second, 2 outs
on Reese.
0-2 to the Generals catcher, Reese.
Temps have cooled down, dropping a little bit.
Yeah.
It's down to 62 now, but it feels cooler than that.
0-2 pitch. Ball's going to be down. It's got away from Ogden. He can't find it. He's going to try to score from second. He's got it to Thompson. He's going to be tagged out at home plate. Alec Thompson trying to score from second base. That ball went to the screen. Nick Ogden could not find it. Finally picked it up over here by the Cougar on-deck circle. Threw it back into Thompson. Really a call it kind of a greedy play there, trying to score from second on a pass ball, but nonetheless, you've taken a 5-2 lead. Might as well take a shot at it. It took a perfect play from Ogden back to Thompson to get it.
And then the kick a fly.
Yeah.
He never slowed down at all, and Thompson made a really good tag on him. So good recovery, but still we go down 5-2.
That's going to do it for 4.5 innings of play. The Generals played 3 runs in that inning on a couple of base hits. 1 error by the Cougars. At the end of 4.5, Generals 5, Cougars 2. Let's throw it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line from our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Ford Truck Month is on at Sullivan Ford Lincoln in Brookhaven. Truck Month discounts up to $11,000 off Super Crew F-150 or 0% for 72 months and no payments for 90 days on our remaining 18 models. But we aren't stopping there. We have 0% on 2018 Escapes, Explorers, and even Expeditions. We will not be undersold on any remaining 18 models. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
When it comes to spring cleaning and lawn and garden care, the #1 choice is Perkins Ace Hardware in Lincoln Plaza. For everything from weed control to pad boy mowers, it's Perkins Ace Hardware. And of course, they're your plumbing and electrical supply experts too. Perkins Ace Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven. The home of the helpful hardware folks.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. Just got word here, Mr. George Fallon's listening from all the way from New Jersey. Is that right, Coach?
That's right.
Listening on YouTube. So got word, probably our farthest in distance-wise listener listening to the ball game today. So good to have Mr. Fallon listening in to BA Baseball. Cougars starting out here in the bottom half of the fifth inning, trailing 5-2. Let's see, we've got Colin Waldrop stepping in for the Cougars. First pitch was foul back over the screen for a strike. Second pitch on the way, curveball, strike 2. Caught him looking on that one. Cougars trying to muster up something here. Times at the plate are running short.
Yeah, we need to get some production out of the bottom half of our lineup here. Get something going.
Pitch on the way. Hard hit ball out to right field. Straight at the right fielder. Waldrop hit that ball well.
He smoked it.
Hayden Wall out in right field. I don't know if he even had to move on that one. Made the play out in right field. One down for the Cougars. Again, here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Trailing the Generals 5-2. Generals have 6 hits in the ball game. The Cougars only have 2 hits. And I mentioned they had 13 hits on Tuesday night against these same Generals. Probably saw their ace on Tuesday night as well. Alderman, who's playing first base. And Alderman had 12 strikeouts on Tuesday, but let's not take anything away from Hayden West and doing a great job for the Generals thus far. Keegan Smith steps in for the Cougars. Second pitch on the way. That's going to be ball 2.
He really aired that one out until he put a little extra on that.
And you want to know, is that a tail pitch right there? Just got away from him. Catcher didn't even make an attempt at it. Is he wearing down a little bit? 2-0 pitch to Smith. Good job by West. Came right back in with the fastball straight down the middle. Smith taking all the way. 2-1. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cougars trailing by 3. West looks into Reese for a signal. Pitch on the way. High. Smith chased it. 2-2 count. Fouled it back over the screen.
Straight back. 2-2.
Yeah, may have been a little out of the zone right there with only 1 strike.
So 2-2 count to Keegan Smith, the right fielder. West looks in. Pitch on the way. It's going to be in the dirt. That one in the dirt, up over the screen, off the shoulder of the umpire.
That's the old 52-foot curveball right there.
Good pitch if it's 0-2 maybe, but now he's pushed it to full. So we get Smith on. Good base runner, a lot of speed. Payoff pitch here to Smith, 3-2 count. Pitch from West on the way, in the dirt as well. Smith's going to draw the walk.
All right.
Good job there by Keegan Smith. Going to be the leadoff batter. Judson Griffin. 1 out here for the Cougars. Let's see what Coach Parvin may put something on right here. You wouldn't expect a bunt with 1 out, but with Flowers behind him, he may ask Griffin see if he can put one down the third base line and move him over.
Griffin with a walk and a strikeout on the night.
Bunt is on, ball straight up, right behind the catcher.
Just out of Harbor Reese's.
I almost wonder if that was a sacrifice bunt, a little bit out of the zone.
Yeah, a lot out of the zone. We got a break there. The catcher, it would have hit him on the top of the head if he'd have never moved.
That's right.
He just couldn't find it.
If he would have stood right there, it'd come right down and hit him on top of the helmet. Just, you don't expect a ball to be right there, I guess, with a bunt. And Reese was doing everything he could to try to find it, but couldn't locate it. Nonetheless, foul ball, 0-1 count to Griffin. Keegan Smith down at first.
Not a very big lead.
Pitch is going to be called strike 2.
Strike over 2.
Good curveball.
I'll tell you what, one of the hardest pitches to bunt. It's going to be a curveball. 0-2 count to Griffin. Keegan Smith down at first. Flowers on deck for the Cougars. West delivers. Pitch on the way. That one's up out of the zone. Fooled Griffin on that one. A little bit up on him. Griffin, the left fielder. 1-2 count, 1 out. Cougars trailing by 3, 5-2. Generals here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Throw over to first. Smith back in time. Hayden West has gone the distance for the Generals, as has Thompson for the Cougars. 1-2 count to Griffin. 1 out.
Shortstop, short shaded towards second base here. Got a good bit of room on the left side.
Pitch on the way. He's going to work outside. Good eye there by Griffin. Watch a couple close ones. 2-2 count, 1 out. Keegan Smith down at first. Dawson Flowers stands on deck. Big batter right here. Love to get Griffin on. Give Flowers a chance to push some runs across. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Good breaking pitch. Got Griffin on the strikeout.
For Hayden West.
Another good breaking ball right there. It's a tough pitch to lay off of. Had some pretty good movement.
Dawson Flowers singled last time up and scored. The senior steps in. 2-out rally. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Cougars. Hard hit ball down the third. Stabbed by the third baseman. Across the diamond to Alderman. We'll score that one 5-3. Good play down there by the third baseman. Hayes West throws across to Alderman. Nothing doing for the Cougars. After the walk to Keegan Smith, the Cougars couldn't put one across.
Kind of swung at a first pitch breaking ball, rolled over on a little bit, but third baseman did a good job with the short hop. Made a good strong throw.
No runs, no hits, no errors. One Cougar was left on base at the end of 5 complete innings of play. It's Newton County Academy Generals 5, Brookhaven Academy Cougars 2. We're going to throw it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Come see how hassle-free banking works. This is Shannon Aker for Bank of Brookhaven. Meeting your banking needs is why we opened our bank. Whether it's a student loan for college, internet banking, or a Christmas club account for holiday shopping, Bank of Brookhaven is here for you with hassle-free banking. At Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark, campus of Brookhaven Academy, where the Cougars, after 5 complete innings of play, trailed the Generals from Newton County Academy by a score of 5-2. Pitching change for the Cougars. Colin Waldrop moves from third base to the mound. Caston Thompson leave the mound. He'll go to first base. Tanner Watts will slide over to third base. So that's a wrap on Caston Thompson. 5 innings of work. Gave up 5 runs to the Generals on 5 hits. Check that, 6 hits in his evening at work.
8:05 p.m. Cougar Daylight Time, and Onyx colored.
Ball gets away on the throwdown, all the way to the center field fence. I have to wipe that one off with a little dew on it.
Set to appear.
Little time consumer there. Harper Reese will step back in. As you recall, he was at the plate when the runner attempting to score was tagged out by the pitcher Thompson on a throw from Ogden as the ball went to the screen. So Reese, the catcher, back in to lead it off in the top half of the 6th inning for the Generals. First pitch on the way from Waldrop, called strike 1.
Reese, the 6-hole hitter here.
Waldrop, check that. Yeah, Waldrop, a sophomore. Mentioned earlier, a lot of damage being done at the top of that general order, as you would expect with most ball clubs. 0-2 count. Waldrop out front.
Really need a shutdown inning here. And the 6th running out of innings, running out of outs.
Waldrop gets a signal from Ogden. Breaking pitch, strike 3, throws him right there.
He knew it.
Good job there by Colin Waldrop. I think Reese was looking for something out of the zone. Waldrop came in with a breaking pitch, started about his shoulder, dropped it right in there. Ogden didn't have to move on that one. Reese never flinched. His first move was back to the dugout.
Yeah, he knew it. That surprised him. Nice pitch.
So 1 out in the inning on the strikeout. Hard hit ball out to left field. That's going to be Hayden Wall. So he'll pick up the single.
This is a single to left field. 7th.
Wall had a fly ball out to right field earlier and grounded out, or a line drive to the second baseman. Base hit on that one.
He really squared that one up. not a big kid, but
One out.
it was a no-doubt line drive, base hit to left field.
Center fielder Dalton Sibley steps in, struck out last time up, and grounded out to the second baseman, Brown, in his first trip to the plate. One out. Waldrop on the hill for the Cougars. Takes aim and delivers. Ball's going to be in the dirt. Blocked up by Ogden.
First pitch is the ball, 1-0. 2 minutes remaining.
1-0 count to Sibley.
Sibley, the 8-hole hitter in the lineup.
Cougars really do themselves well to stay away from the top of that lineup with runners on the bags. Wall down at first after the single. Sibley stepping in. Facing Waldrop, who came in from third base to relieve Thompson. Pitch on the way. Just a bit inside. You know, this is kind of the team I expected from Newton. When I got the score, I wasn't able to go over on Tuesday night, the 15-3 score. A little bit surprised with that one. And just picking up that, you know, the Cougars busted loose for some runs and put some momentum together. But this is, you know, this was the team we kind of put our highlighter on. Is going to be one of the teams to beat, along with the Cougars here in the District 3AA.
Shaky right here.
Yeah,
down 3-0.
3-0 count, 1 out, runner down at first base. Waldrop's got to work right here.
Probably think he's taken all the way, but you never know.
Ball's going to be low. It's going to push Sibley down to first. Wall over to second. Sibley with a base on balls. Your number 9 hole hitter, the left fielder, Lincoln Jordan. Jordan's struck out his previous 2 times at the plate.
So, yeah, they're really lengthening their lineup right here. Number 7 hole hitter laces a line drive, and 8 hole hitter draws a 4-pitch walk. So, got ourselves in a little predicament right here with 1 out.
As I mentioned, Jordan's struck out on his first 2 times up. Like to see that right there. Infield fly, double play ball up the middle. A lot of different things kind of bail the Cougars out of a hole right here. Got to have strikes from Waldrop.
First and second.
1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Generals on top 6. Check that 5-2. 3-run lead over the Cougars. Pitch on the way. That's going to be in the dirt.
First pitch is ball.
Another good job by Ogden sliding under that one, keeping it in front.
Yeah, the last couple of breaking balls have not been very sharp. They've been short.
Coach, I can't see down to the Cougar bullpen, so I don't know if anybody's up.
I can't tell.
I would expect anybody for the Cougars to probably come off the field from a position they're playing right now, as Waldrop works a strike right there, evens count at 1. General's out at second and first base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Strike called at the very top of the zone right there.
Haven't seen many of those tonight. Jordan squares around, shows bunt. He did go for it. That's going to be strike 2.
Yeah.
The bunt attempt was offered. Strike 2.
Low pitch, and he did not quite pull it back.
1-2.
Interesting move right there. You're going to push it over. If you are sacrificing, put yourself with 2 outs. But you're going to make the Cougars make a play right there.
This is true.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Waldrop takes aim and delivers. Ball's going to be outside. Went for the breaking pitch. Off the plate, 2-2 count on Jordan, the left fielder. 5-3 Generals on top of the Cougars here in the top half of the 6th inning. Minutes first and second. Ball hit's going to be left of the bag at third base. Would have gone to the corner just on the foul side of third base.
Third base foul. Count remains 2-2.
Watts made a dive at it over there. Probably about 6 inches foul on that one. Would have definitely pushed Wall across from second base and probably Sibley around the third.
Jordan's putting up together a pretty pesky little at bat right here.
2-2, 1 out. Waldrop takes aim, delivers. Breaking pitch stayed up high. 3-2 count.
Got to go after your 9-hole hitter right here.
Lincoln Jordan, the left fielder for the Generals. 3-2 count. Waldrop do battle right here. Pitch on the way. Ball's going to be in the dirt. Gonna load them up for the Generals.
Full count. Gordon draws the ball.
Moves Coach Parvin to the top step of the dugout. Conversation real quick with pitching coach and assistant Jose Acosta. That is going to bring Coach Parvin out of the dugout.
Yeah, just hasn't looked very sharp these last few at-bats.
Let's hold it right here and see if we get a pitch and change, and that'll determine our break. Yeah, we're going to do a pitch and change right here. So let's throw it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line for a pitch and change and a word from our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Your tax return will be arriving soon. Don't use that money for temporary happiness. Use it to buy the home of your dreams with C&W Homes. Their factory direct pricing saves you money and has kept them from being undersold for 31 years. This tax season, find your dream home with C&W Homes. Highway 61 in Vicksburg. Call 1-800-748-9056 or online at cwmobilehomes.com. If you want a great deal on a used car in excellent condition, stop by Auto Direct, located on Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Our selection is top of the line, and with over 10 available lenders, your credit approval will be fast, easy, and guaranteed. No credit applications refused. So grab your tax refund, go to AutoDirectMS.com or Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. We'll set the scene for you. The Cougars trailing the Generals here in the top half of the sixth inning by a score of 5-2. Going to have a pitching change. Nick Ogden is moving from behind the plate to the mound. Yet to see who's going to handle the catching duties. Probably Dawson Flowers. Yeah, Dawson Flowers will move from shortstop, come handle the catching duties. I know there's some rule in high school about the number of tosses back a catcher can have that limits whether he can come and pitch. So I don't know the details of it, but there's some rule written in that if a catcher returns X number of pitches, he can't come and pitch. Because you got to think about it. Catcher throws as many balls back to the pitcher, maybe not with the velocity of a pitcher, but Ogden, obviously every pitch that has come to him tonight, he's had to throw back just as a pitcher does. So, yeah, Dawson Flowers going to move behind the plate, versatile ball player from shortstop to catcher. Ogden to the mound. We'll have to reset the infield. Ogden, hard-throwing right-hander. He will tip the upper 80s, break 90 at some time. Got a couple of scouts here tonight. They're breaking out the radar guns, so they'll get a good look at Ogden, the junior.
Catching the slot behind the plate.
It's like Gulf Coast and
I think Mississippi College, maybe.
Okay.
So we got a couple of folks here watching some players. Of course, a couple of guys over on Newton County Academy side of the ledger, as well as some Cougars. Flowers, the catcher, just has already signed with Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, so he'll be playing baseball there. I really think Dawson could have had some opportunities in basketball if he chose to go that route. So very versatile ball player. We're set to go here. Waldrop goes back to third. Looks like Watts moves over to shortstop. Brown at second.
Infield in.
Yeah, infield in. Bases loaded, one out. Fastball from Ogden, nowhere to put him. It's going to be a bit outside. 1-0 to the batter, Thomas. Swing and a miss by Thomas. 1-1. Like we mentioned, Ogden, a fastball pitcher. He will bite you with a curveball if you get out in front of it too much, though. Fastball in, call strike two, 1-2.
That'd be generous right there. That pitch is at the very bottom of the zone. Nonetheless, 1-2.
1-2 count, one out. Big pitch here from Ogden. Takes signal from Flowers. Pitch on the way. Fastball down the middle.
Strike three.
Thomas couldn't catch up with that one. Strike three. Big strikeout there from Ogden, trying to get the Cougars Out of a jam right here. Second out of the inning. Bases are loaded. Hayes West had a single back in the fourth, struck out in the fifth. Ogden takes aim. Fastball hammered off the plate.
Ball chop.
Just roll foul.
Just roll foul. Thought Ogden, he may have, he was really watching that ball as it rolled down the third base line, and as soon as it crossed that line, he hopped on top of it. Didn't want it to trickle back fair.
Yeah, it's a little squirrely right there, as some of you may or may not be aware that there is turf about, 20 foot out?
Yeah, from the plate.
From the plate.
Pitch hard, hit ball out in the right field. Keegan Smith making chase, and he makes a play out in right field. Hayes West with a line drive. Keegan Smith went about 20 feet to his right, snagged it, saving some extra runs right there for the Generals. So the Generals leave the bases loaded in the top half of the sixth inning. And no runs on one hit, no Cougar errors, but 3 key runners were left on base. At the end of 5.5, Newton County Academy Generals 5, Brookhaven Academy Cougars 2. Cougars coming to bat in the bottom half of the sixth inning. We're going to give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Kelly Hallred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at newyorklife.com.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nelson to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. Work ahead for the Cougars as they trail in the bottom half of the sixth inning. The Newton County Academy Generals 5-2. The Cougars took the first half of the two-game series on Tuesday night by 15-3, hoping to go 2-0 in the district. Got a little challenge ahead of them here. First pitch from Hayden West got away from him off the backstop.
Not sure what that was, if that was a breaking ball or a fastball, but it was not close.
Either one of the umpire nor the catcher, Reese, even moved on that one.
Just going back to the end of that last half inning, Keegan Smith got a really good jump on that ball and made a nice running catch out in right field.
I tell you what, that ball gets down or gets past and gets to the wall, minimum 2-run score, possibly 3-run score, and it would almost put this game out of reach.
That ball was hit very well.
1-1 count to Watts. Check swing.
Ball 2-1.
The guy behind the plate said nothing doing there. 2-1 count. West has gone the distance for the Generals, only giving up 2 hits to the Cougars.
Yeah, he's been a workhorse. He's really kept them in the game.
3-1 count. 7 hits for the Generals, 2 hits for the Cougars, and only one error on the board. So a pretty clean ball game all around. We saw both of them get out of some jams. Cougars got out of 2 bases loaded jams. So been a pretty entertaining ball game.
Really fortunate to be in this thing 5-2.
Yeah,
with only 2 hits.
Ball 4 to Watts, going to put him down at first base, going to bring up Thompson. Their starting pitcher of the ball game is now moved over to first base. General's going to have a team meeting out on the mound. Alderman speaking to his pitcher, catcher, infielders. Make sure everyone's on the same page. Got Watts down at first. Thompson stepping in for the Cougars. Bats from the left side. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. So as you mentioned, outs are a premium here for the Cougars, trailing 5-2.
Big leadoff walk right there. It's just so frustrating as a coach you have a leadoff walk because they score. It just seems like they score 80% of the time. So we'll see if that's the case.
First pitch, down low to Thompson.
The old saying goes, "There's no defense for a walk." You know, it's
never seen one defended. Tell you what. Hayden West looks in. The right-hander's going the distance for the Generals. Pitch on the way. Straight down the middle, strike one. 1-1 to Thompson.
Nice pitch right there. Looked like he was taken all the way for some reason. So
Watts done it first. Thompson stands in. Again, batting from the left side. West delivers. Ball's going to stay up. 2-1. That pitch has been called a ball all night long, so very consistent back there. It's going to make, kind of one of those, you call it a batter's umpire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, high breaking ball. Stayed up around the shoulders.
West throws Alderman at first. Watts back easily. 2-1 count to Thompson. No outs. Watts down at first. Cougars trailing 5-2 in the top half of the sixth inning.
Middle infielder short, shaded toward the bag.
Pitch on the way, in the dirt. Good job there by Reese.
Well, I don't know. He's like he tried to pick that ball and backhand it instead of staying in front and knocking it down, and it got away from him and cost him.
Yeah, Watts moved, got in front of it, and as you mentioned, tried to pick it and pushed it out in front of him. Watts alertly scampered down to second.
Yeah, hits a base running there.
3-1 count to Thompson. Looking for something good to handle. Delivery on the way. Hard hit ball out to shortstop. Smothered by the shortstop. Throw over to Alderman at first.
Unfortunate right there. Shortstop was shaded toward the bag, holding the runner at second. And I believe had he been playing normal position, that ball was through.
Yeah.
That ball was hit very hard. Short made a good play.
So Watts at third with one out.
Moved Watts over to third. As you mentioned, Thompson hit that ball really hard, but the shortstop out there, Alec Thompson, kind of playing cat and mouse out there with Tanner Watts and really didn't have to move on it. He just sat on top of that one hopped it, threw it over to Alderman for the out at first. Brings up the now pitcher, Nick Ogden. First pitch ball in the dirt.
Corners are in here with one out.
Pitch on the way. That one's going to stay down. 2-0 to Ogden. Cougars trailing 5-2 here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Got to get something going here. Tanner Watts down at third after drawing the leadoff walk. Stole second, pushed over to third on the grounder from Thompson.
Call strike.
Having a little up above the belt, called strike one. 2-1 count to Ogden. Cade Brown stands on deck for the Cougars.
Outfielder shaded deep, but fairly straight away for the catcher here, or catcher turned pitcher Ogden.
Ball stayed down on that one. 3-1. We talked about it earlier when I was coming to the ballpark earlier in the afternoon, probably about 5:30. A lot of wind blowing, dust flying when I was driving into the ballpark, but it's been completely still all night long. Temperatures dropped a little bit, but still a good night for baseball. Ball got away from Reese. Comes Watts. Watts scores from third. On the ball 4 to Ogden. Ball got away from Reese, the catcher, and again, he tried to backhand that one. Hadn't seen him do that all night. Maybe he's getting a little bit tired back there, but that's 2 balls instead of sliding with those pitches. That one's on the outside of the plate. He tried to backhand it, went to the screen. Watts scored easily from third.
Pitcher showing some frustration, though. He knows that one got away from him. He snapped it off pretty good over here in the other batter's box.
Yeah.
Brings up
Cade Brown. Ogden down at first, drew the walk. 5-3. Generals hanging to a 2-run lead here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Cougars would love to get another one here, or even draw it even. 0-1 count to Brown. Pitch on the way. Ground ball, shortstop. Cut off by the third baseman. They're not going to get Brown right there. I tell you, Brown, again, slow roller. Probably the only play they had right there was the third baseman. He just couldn't get it in time. Didn't even attempt to make a throw over there to Brown. I don't know if he lets that one through to the shortstop, even if he gets Brown. It took a couple hops before it got there. Infield single for Brown.
I think it was his play. He did bobble it just a split second, and then that's all we needed for Brown to scamper down to first. I don't know if they scored that hit. Looks like they're giving him an error on that.
Okay, said he bobbled it down there at that's
would have been a really tough play either way.
We'll have to double check that one on Game Changer, see if Coach Parvin rescores that one. Dr. Ed up in the booth flashed the error on the scoreboard. You know, the third baseman did get a glove on it, kind of snow-coned it, but just never did make a play and didn't have a play in my opinion. I'm going to give him a hit in my book.
Yeah, would have been. Yeah, I agree.
Brownlee steps in for the Cougars. First pitch in there, strike one.
Brownlee with 2 strikeouts. We're going to need some production right here. He's in the hole quickly, 0-1.
Got Ogden down at second, Brown at first, 1 out. Cougars trailing 5-3 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Almost a balk out there. I'll tell you what, Hayden West came to a stretch and just rocking out there on the mound. Almost like the wind was blowing, but there's no wind in the ballpark, so got to be careful out there. He'll push those runners around.
Could have got a cleat hung up. But there again, you get back to it. That was a leadoff walk that ended up scoring right there. So
that's what you mentioned when it happened.
Still first and second and 1 out.
Oh. Throw behind the batter.
Bang, bang, play it first.
Tell you what,
off move.
Sometimes you don't see that. Coach from Newton County is going to go speak with the.
I think he caught him leaning.
Yeah, caught Brown.
It was bang, bang. May have caught a break there.
Alderman snuck back behind Brown on that one. Good spin move there from West. Saw a couple of pickoff plays, if you will, already from the Generals in the first inning. I think the Cougars got a couple of guys on. They did a spin move trying to pick off a guy at second base. And then obviously right there they had a play on with a man on second.
Yes.
Wanted to catch Brown, maybe sleeping over at first base. Threw behind him, just got back in time.
Brown and Alderman are over there talking at first. And
they're going to settle.
I got you out.
Those guys did battle on the basketball court, good friends, and I'm sure they'll come to a determination whether that was safe or out. Nonetheless, the only one that counts is the guy out there in the black shirt.
We didn't get a signal there. It looked like he made an attempt at that curveball, the bunt on the curveball, but he signaled a ball.
1-1 count on Brownlee.
Yeah, they're appealing to the base umpire, and he says he did not go.
And a breaking pitch. Brownlee had squared around, going to try to put one down. Just make the Generals field it. West steps in, delivers. Call strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Cougars got runners on first and second. Ogden out at second. Brown at first. Brownlee trying to make something happen out of the batter's box.
Yeah, we got to shorten up, put it in play right here at least. Try to make something happen.
Hayden West takes Ames, delivers in the dirt. Got away from the catcher, Reese. Runners advance. Ogden to third. Brown down to second. No hesitation out there from Ogden. You maybe see that from a catcher. You know, he's seeing that pitch come in, breaking pitch coming in low. He anticipates, and once he saw it on the turf, immediately he broke for third base. No play from Reese, the catcher.
It didn't get that far away from the catcher, but, yeah, he got a really good jump there. And I think the catcher would tell you he should have caught that.
2-2 count to Brownlee. Pitch on the way. In tight, high and tight. Takes 3-2 count.
Close pitch right there. The pitcher really wanted that pitch, but then again, most pitchers want those really close ones.
Harry Brownlee stands in for the Cougars. Payoff pitch. Runners at second and third. 1 out. Opportunity here for the Cougars. Pitch on the way. Straight up the middle. That's going to score Ogden from third. Throw over to Alderman.
Ground ball fielded by Thompson.
Thompson at shortstop throws to Alderman, gets Brownlee at first, but good job by Brownlee with the RBI put out at first. Ogden scored easily. Brown moves to third.
So that's what we needed. You know, Brownlee had struck out his first 2 times and had a chance right there, runner in score position, and just put it in play, a little chopper up the middle, and Short made a good play. Actually, Brown got caught making too wide of a turn over at third and really should have been picked off. A good quick throw would have had him, but he was back in safely.
Good base runner at third base for the Cougars, trailing by 1 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Anything behind Reese, look for Brown to be coming hard from third. Colin Walter steps in, called strike 1.
Walter with a line drive to right field last at bat, and need him to come through right here with 2 outs.
Grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Pitch a little bit outside, 1-1. 2 outs, Cougars trailing 5-4 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Cade Brown down at third, looking for a way to tie up this ball game. West takes aim, deliver. Punched out to right field. Looks like the right fielder's going to settle under it, and he does. Hayden Wall moved under that one. Cougars played 1 run. Check that, 2 runs here in the top half of the 6th inning. Shorten the lead to 1. So after 6 complete innings of play, Newton County Academy Generals 5, the Brookhaven Academy Cougars 4, going into the 7th inning. Let's take 1 minute for our sponsors. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
Ford Truck Month is on at Sullivan Ford Lincoln in Brookhaven. Truck Month discounts up to $11,000 off Super Crew F-150 or 0% for 72 months and no payments for 90 days on our remaining 18 models. But we aren't stopping there. We have 0% on 2018 Escapes, Explorers, and even Expeditions. We will not be undersold on any remaining 18 models. You can always check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
With spring, thoughts of going fishing and cooking out come to mind. Perkins Hayes Hardware in Lincoln Plaza carries a complete selection of hunting and fishing supplies. And for that cookout, they feature a huge selection of barbecue grills, coolers, and of course all kinds of home appliances. Find it all at Perkins Hayes Hardware, Highway 51 North in Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven, the home of the helpful hardware folks.
We're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy, going into the top half of the 7th inning. Cougars trailing the Generals by a score of 5-4. Cougars got to have a good defensive outing this top half and see if they can scratch a run in the 7th and win it. Kemp Alderman, the 3-hole hitter for the Generals, steps in. Nick Ogden on the hill for the Cougars. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Got away from Flowers.
Cougars with a good job of coming back and scoring a couple runs and bringing this to a 1-run game this past inning. So
yeah,
going into the 7th.
Really manufactured a run there in the bottom half of the 6th. Another breaking pitch outside. Just doesn't look like Ogden's going to give Alderman anything to hit right here.
In a 1-run game, I don't necessarily disagree with this. So probably pretty smart.
Ogden fastball away, goes 3-2. Check that, 3-0 to Alderman. Tell you what, Alderman steps in about 6'3", 220 pounds, not an ounce of fat on him, so he is a big kid. Call strike 1. 3-1.
3-1.
I tell you what, he was not taken there.
Yeah.
Little breaking ball. He was ready 3-0.
Good breaking pitch there from Ogden. Now runs the count full, 3-2 to Alderman.
Yeah, he just chased ball 4.
Mano a mano right here. Ogden on the hill. Alderman stands in with the stick.
You go back with a hook again?
We'll know in just a second. Fastball, breaking pitch in the dirt. Alderman laid off of it. Really didn't give him much to hit, just that 3-0 pitch. Kind of fooled him with a pitch right there, but other than that, everything was breaking in a way. Alderman draws the walk.
All right, they got leadoff runner on here on the walk, and hopefully that won't come back to hurt us.
Seemed like you've mentioned that before, and it did come to fruition. First pitch on the way to Hayden West, the pitcher. It's going all the way for the Generals. Activity up in the bullpen for the Generals. Don't know where the pitch count is for West. Pitch, swing and strike, 1-1. Alderman down at first for the Generals, clinging to a 1-run lead, 5-4 Generals here in the top half of the 7th inning.
Kind of looked like an 0-2 swing right there on a 1-0 count. So that went in our favor.
Ogden delivers, fouled over the right field, down the right field line, out of play.
Geophysically elegant, strike 2. 1-2.
We'll try to get a. I got a number 6 down there warming up. Don't know if I got him on my roster list down here. If he does come in to pitch, we'll get a name on him. Hard hit ball to Brown at second. Throws over to short. Going to get the lead runner out there, Alderman.
Brown at second.
We'll score that one 4-6. Watts coming across, gets Alderman.
Fielder's choice.
Not just a great turn there from the second baseman. Didn't really have a chance. Didn't give the shortstop much of a chance to turn two, but I thought the ball was hit sharply enough to give us a chance.
I tell you, Coach Parvin, I thought he might come out on that one. Alderman didn't get out of the way, and as Watts sort of raised to throw the ball, he kind of caught Watts' arm, and Alderman never flinched out there. Didn't get down on that one. Coach Parvin asking if there's any type of interference out there.
Yeah, but I think what the problem is, we didn't go ahead and
throw the ball.
Right. Throw. So you got to make that attempt.
So if he makes that attempt, we possibly get that interference call. But Watts did not make an attempt to throw it to first. But Alderman just kind of came in standing up, kind of giving himself up out there.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
sometimes we got to have more of a killer mentality, and if they're giving us an inch, going in there standing up.
Go ahead and turn it loose.
Turn it loose.
We'll score that one 4-6. Brown over to Watts. West moves to first base on the fielder's choice.
Ball 1.
One out here in the top half of the 7th inning. Again, the Cougars trailing 5-4. Alec Thompson steps in. Ball hit, fly ball to right field. Keegan Smith on the run. Let's see, he's not going to be able to get to it, but he may get the runner at second base. Yes, he will. Throws over to second base with a force out. Base runner Hayden West was kind of caught in no man's land.
Yeah, that ball should have been caught. Smith his first few steps were back on that ball, so he did not get a good jump. Didn't recover in time for the catch, but you're right, he caught himself up and regained his momentum and made a good throw to second to get the force.
So that's going to be a 9-6 out to Hayden West at second base on the force out. Good recovery out there from Keegan Smith. Made a long run at it, dropped right in front of him, but West was stuck out there. Had to hold up, not to get doubled up at first. Easy throw to get him out at second base on the force out.
Yeah, you don't see a 9-6 put out very often.
Not too often. Alec Thompson moves down to first on the fielder's choice. 1-1 count on the catcher, Harper Reese. Reese struck out his last time up, walked, and flew out to the right fielder.
But, getting back to that play, really the ball was hit so shallow, you run it first, probably should not have been tagging there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's just too shallow to tag on. So if he's got a big lead in there, he's going 2/3, a third of the way, he probably does beat that to second.
Strike 3. Ogden gets a strikeout of Reese on a curveball, 1-2 count. So the Generals leave one runner on base. No runs, no hits, no Cougar errors, but they did leave one. So at the end of 6.5 innings of play, the Generals of Newton County Academy 5, BA Cougars 4, coming to the plate for their last chance here in this one to scratch a run across and possibly pick up the win with 2 runs in the bottom half of the 7th inning. We're going to give it to the studio for 1 minute for our sponsors. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to BA Baseball here on B92.
It's always good to do banking with people you know and trust, people who are interested in you and willing to get involved in helping you. Hey, this is Shannon Aker with Bank of Brookhaven, and that's the story of our bank, local people who operate the only remaining home-owned bank with the interest of this community at heart. Let us be your bank. At Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Prices at the pump got you down? Then get on over to Paul Barnett Nissan. We have many models that get upwards of 40 miles per gallon. That is, if you drive the speed limit. Paul Barnett Nissan is proud to offer the incredible Altima, stylish Sentra, radical Rogue, and versatile Versa. Interest-free or huge rebates. To make a sweet deal even sweeter, we will throw in 2 years' worth of free car washes with any new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. Isn't it time you experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan?
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark on the campus of Brookhaven Academy, where the Cougars are down to their last 3 outs, trailing 5-4 here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. Shortstop Alec Thompson's moved over to the pitcher's mound. I assumed, and we were looking at this, Hayden West probably ran out of pitches, limited pitch count. Looks like he's moved over to first base. Alderman's going over to shortstop. So, little fruit basket turnover here.
Not your typical looking shortstop.
kind of like a tight end, a linebacker out at shortstop. But the pitcher, West, good ball game. Only two hits allowed on the evening. Ran out of pitches with the high school pitch count. He'll move over to first base. Alderman to go to shortstop. And as we mentioned, Alec Thompson, who played shortstop, will come to the mound.
Keegan Smith, their number 9 hitter, drew a walk his last at bat, so hopefully the bottom of the lineup can get something going here in our last opportunity.
We mentioned this last time Keegan was up when he did draw that walk. He great base runner, a lot of speed, so it'd be great to get him on. First pitch on the way, that's going to be low in the dirt, scooped up by Reese, but a ball 1. Pitch from Thompson. Smith's going to possibly be taken till he gets his first strike. That one's going to be in the dirt as well. He'll definitely be taken here.
Count 2-0. The senior right field.
Really here in the Cougar dugout.
A little bit of life.
Getting up over here.
Yeah. Rally caps are on for the Cougars. 2-0 pitch on the way. It's going to be called strike 1 right down the middle.
Yeah, he was taking all the way.
Kind of what you expect right there. Judson Griffin stands in on deck. If we get Smith on, expect a bunt from Griffin. Thompson looks in, pitch on the way. That one's going to be called strike 2.
Strike 2, 2-2.
Cougar fans didn't like that one. I have to agree with the man behind the plate. 2-2 count to Smith. Pitch on the way, breaking pitch, going to be strike 3.
Strike 3.
Never took the bat off his shoulders there.
Good job by Alec Thompson. Came fastball, then froze him on the 2-2 curveball for the strikeout.
Hayden West. 1 out, bases empty, back to the top.
Top of the order is going to be Judson Griffin.
Griffin walked and struck out his last 2 at-bats, so we're going to need some production here from the leadoff
1-0
batter with 1 out.
First one worked in a little bit. Dawson Flowers stands on deck. That's the guy you want at the plate. Griffin can make something happen right here. In the dirt. 2-0. Thompson started off Smith with the 2-0 count and battled back. Fought it to 2-2, then got him on the curveball.
Gotta like that move by the shortstop, Alderman, coming out here after 2 pitches, 2 walks. 2 balls, and he just ran up to the pitcher on his own and gave him a little pep talk.
You take a kid like Alderman, definitely a D1 type player, really knows the game well, and there he comes. Little conversation.
Yeah.
Thompson comes back with a fastball in for the strike. 2-1 to Griffin. 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. Cougars trailing by 1. Thompson looks in. Pitch on the way. It's going to be low in the dirt. 3-1.
Okay.
To Griffin.
But yeah, from the shortstop, Alderman, though, you expect that out of college kids, but a high school kid, for him to just do that on his own without the coach telling him, That's good heads-up baseball.
Absolutely. Pitch on the way. Ball's going to be swung on and missed by Griffin. May have been a little bit up in the zone, but nonetheless, 3-2 count to Griffin. 1 out.
I think that was ball 4, Beck.
Thompson looks in. 3-2 count to Griffin. Pitch on the way. Nubbed out. Down the middle. Base hit single up the middle by Griffin. Good job there by Griffin, fighting off that pitch. Alderman tried to make a stab at it behind the bag.
Yeah, good diving, hustle effort right there by the shortstop, but well-placed base hit.
Griffin really fought off that inside curveball right there and shot it right up the middle, just left of the bag at second. Alderman tried to dive behind the bag and make a play. Couldn't get a glove on it. Griffin at first with a single brings up the senior Dawson Flowers, and again, this is the guy you want at the plate.
Cougars with some life. 1 out.
Throw
to first. Going to keep Griffin honest over there. Again, Griffin, an 8th grader, starting for the Cougars. Heady ball player. A lot of times you don't see many 8th graders in the starting lineup. Call strike 1 on Flowers. 0-1. 1 out for the Cougars, trailing by 1 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
Well-placed fastball on the outside corner there.
Alec Thompson in relief, trying to save it for West. Ball's going to be up high.
High breaking ball. 1-1 count.
Love to see Flowers step on one right here.
Center fielder, all outfielders are playing fairly deep.
Ball's behind Reese. Going to move Griffin down to second. Going to put him in scoring position. That one just got away from him.
Yeah, that's a pass ball all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even in the dirt. Catcher knows he should have had that, but
those are the kind that cost you, though, right there.
Yes.
Allowed Griffin to move down to second. 2-1 count to Flowers. Ideal situation for the Cougars. Griffin will play it safe out there at second.
Puts more pressure on the defense.
Big Galb over in right center. Flowers likes to go opposite field with it. Had a swing, good cut at that one from Flowers.
Straight back to the count, 2-2.
Back over the net, 2-2. Tanner White stands in on deck. As you mentioned, center fielder, I think he's just on this side of Copiah County. he is out against the wall, so they're guarding any extra base hits right here, but they're not going to cut a runner off at the plate. Hard hit ball into left field. Gets down. It's down. Griffin coming around. He's going to come in and score from second base. Hard hit ball.
A single for Nelson. Flowers into the left center gap.
Clutch base hit right there.
Good base running there by Griffin. Flowers hit a screamer just left of the left fielder out there. Griffin on the move on contact. Coach Tyler Parvin held him momentarily. I don't know if it's bobbled or not out there in left field, but then Griffin kicked it back in gear and scored easily. 5-5 ball game. Cougars looking to win it here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Tanner Watts looking for some magic right here for the Cougars. First pitch on the way, called strike 1. At a minimum, we'll have extra baseball.
That's right. Watts with a pretty good lead out there at first. We've not tried to steal tonight. Well, we did have a hit and run. I think Brown was running on the pitch.
Yeah, we saw a good move earlier from Thompson. Flowers gets back easily.
0-1 the count to Tanner Watts.
As I mentioned, I saw Tanner Watts' last ball game I saw here at Williams-Gillis with a home run over left center field. So he certainly has the power to do it.
Yeah.
Ball's going to be off the plate, but called strike 2.
Yeah, generous call right there.
Yeah.
Catcher looked like he reached out a good bit for that pitch.
That ball worked outside. Nonetheless, it's called strike 2. Watts will have to get up on top of the plate on this one. He's probably going to expect a curveball right here. 0-2 count. Pitch on the way. Up in his eyes.
Ball 1, 1-2.
High breaking ball.
Yeah, he hasn't given that call all night long, so staying consistent on that one.
This is who you want up there too, though. Your number 3 hitter with the potential winning run at first.
Ball's gonna be off the plate, 2-2.
2-2.
Wouldn't chase there.
1 out.
Going to have to come back to Watts right here. And again, looking for something he can drive in the gaps. Big hole in the right center field gap. The right fielder's kind of guarding the line out there. But the center fielder's not moving with the rest of the guys. Left fielder's kind of shaded toward center. Hard hit ball. It's going out. Looks like it's going to get over the center fielder's head. Dawson Flowers round second. He's going to round third. Watts running. Here comes Flowers. They're not going to get him at the plate. Walk-off triple from Tanner Watts. Wow. Wins it for the Cougars. Walk-off triple from Tanner Watts. Scores Dawson Flowers from first base for the Cougars.
That ball was smoked. Center fielder got a really good jump. I thought he was going to be able to make a play. Ball was deep towards right center, and he made a good effort at it, but ball was just hit too well.
Tell you what a battle back there for the Cougars, doing almost down to their last two outs. Dawson Flowers with a base hit. Well, first, let's go back to Griffin. Griffin gets the base hit with one out here in the seventh inning. Moves to second on a pass ball. Dawson Flowers with a screamer to left field. Griffin scores from second. Flowers from first base. Tanner Watts hits one off the wall in right center field, and Flowers scores all the way from first base for the 6-5 victory for the Cougars. Woo-hoo, mercy.
Yeah, you three-hole hitter. I mean, that's who you wanted it to play, and he stepped up and did his job right there. Didn't try to do too much. He went kind of towards right center with that. They stayed outside on him the whole at bat, and he did a great job going the other way, not trying to do too much.
I tell you what, let's throw it back to the studio. Jeremy, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to catch up with our sponsors. We're going to come back here. We'll total up and wrap it up here from Williams-Gillis Ballpark. 2 minutes down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to BA Baseball here on Beam 92.
Owning your own home is a dream C&W Homes in Vicksburg will help come true for you. C&W Homes direct-to-you factory pricing saves you money on beautiful homes from Deer Valley, Buccaneer, Capco, Sunshine, and Caproot. Mississippi made. C&W Homes is locally owned and operated and will not be undersold. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. Call 800-748-9056. Online, cwmobilehomes.com, and like them on Facebook.
If you want a great deal on a used car in excellent condition, stop by Auto Direct, located on Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Our selection is top of the line, and with over 10 available lenders, your credit approval will be fast, easy, and guaranteed. No credit applications refused. So grab your tax refund, go to AutoDirectMS.com or Brookway Boulevard in Brookhaven. Auto Direct. We make it easier here.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Dwayne Allred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at NewYorkLife.com.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
And we're back here at Williams-Gillis Ballpark. A lot of excitement on the campus of Brookhaven Academy. The Cougars going down to their last inning of bat, trailing 5-4, trailing by 1 run. Judson Griffin with a 1-out single up the middle, moved to second on a pass ball. Dawson Flowers with a line drive out to left center field. Griffin scores from second, tying the ball game. Flowers with the single, followed up by a 2-strike, 2-ball count. Triple, 1-hopper off the wall in right center field from Tanner Watts, scoring Flowers from first, and the walk-off victory for the Cougars, and most importantly, takes the Cougars to 2-0 in district play on the season.
That's big. West did a really good job. We only had 2 hits through 6 innings, and they brought the other kid in relief, and he struck out the leadoff batter,
Smith, right?
Smith, and then Griffin got his first hit of the night with 1 out, and then, like you said, scored on the advanced on the pass ball, allowed Dawson to come through with his second hit of the night, and then Watts, who had struck out and then walked his last 2 at bats, comes up with a big walk-off triple, his first hit of the night. So, the heart of the order did it for us there. And I don't know if West, like you had alluded to earlier, just maybe gave out gas a little bit, or maybe was on a restricted pitch count, but their bullpen did not get it done.
Well, and in high school ball, I think it's 110 pitch count, and he had to be pushing that, going 6 innings. Never really had any long innings, but in his night of work, a lot of pitches there. For the Cougars on the night, 6 runs on 5 hits. They committed 1 error in the afternoon of work. And the Generals 5 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. Again, most importantly, the Cougars take their district record to 2-0 on the season and a top District 3 AA. 5th win in a row for the Cougars, and I think that's most important. I got the opportunity to watch them a lot earlier in the year, and they were sort of, as I mentioned, they were replacing 5 seniors. They had some guys that were waiting to come out of the basketball season and things of that nature, but seems like they're settling in. Had a good game a couple of weeks back up at a tournament at Hartfield Academy. They beat Hartfield in extra innings, and from that point on, they've run off 5 in a row. So Coach Parvin's got his squad going in the right direction, takes them to 6-5 on the year. The Generals will fall to 4-9 on the season, and just a heartbreaker for them. Next week we'll set the table real quick. Actually, on Saturday the Cougars will be over at Columbia Academy for a non-conference matchup with the Cougars over there at 12 and 2 p.m. Then next week on Tuesday the Cougars will travel to Central Private down in Central Louisiana, just south of Baton Rouge. 4:30 and 6:30 games there. That is a non-conference affair as well, and then they'll play again here at Williams-Gillis on Saturday, 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. Against Central Private. This is the off week from district play for the Cougars, with 5 teams in the district. Each district opponent gets 1 week where they do not have a district ball game. Also this week, junior high basketball on Monday night, Kapai at Brookhaven Academy Junior High. On Thursday night, junior high BA would be down at Park Lane, and the golf team would be at Beaupre Country Club over in Natchez versus Cathedral on Tuesday. That's going to be a wrap here from Williams-Gillis Ballpark. Good to have you along.
Let's get back to right quick.
Yeah.
So Ogden ended up with the win, is that right?
That's correct. I failed to mention that. Ogden came in relief of Colin Waldrop had a little middle relief there, but then Ogden came in for relief of Waldrop, pitched 2 innings for the Cougars, hard-throwing right-hander. After catching the entire ball game, he still could muster up, that upper 80 fastball, and had his breaking stuff working tonight, and did a good job keeping the Generals at bay and picking up the win for the Cougars.
Unusual. You don't see a catcher come in very much and particularly pick up the win.
Absolutely. Coach, I appreciate you riding along with me, and hope we can do it again. And it's a wrap here from Williams-Gillis. The Cougars with the thriller on a walk-off triple from Tanner Watts, and the 6-5 victory, going to 2-0 in district play, and their 6th win on the season, 5 in a row for the Cougars. For Beck Warren and Coach Alan Kent, we bid you a good evening and good night.
The legends of country music, country's newest stars. Now you don't have to choose, because they're all right here.
WBKN FM, Brookhaven, B92.
Your AccuWeather forecast for Brookhaven, Lincoln, and all of Homeseekers Paradise. Thunderstorms in the area through tomorrow afternoon. This evening will be cloudy and mild with a shower or thunderstorm, low 61. Mainly cloudy Thursday with rain and thunderstorms, high 70. Cloudy and mild tomorrow night with thunderstorms in spots late and a low of 55. Look for a shower in the area on Friday. Cloudy in the morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon, high 72. That's the latest from B92, The Boss.